No!
Oh, no. Yes, we're late again because of my husband.
Yeah, because of my husband. Because my husband had to go get coffee. My husband had to lock the door downstairs. I didn't do it, but he had to.
Didn't lock the door. We told him.
Anyways, guys, we're building an audience right now here on Wedding Wednesdays. I know you guys have been freaking out for the past 3 weeks. I haven't been here on Wedding Wednesdays. It's okay.
Where have you been? They liked me without you.
Yeah, they totally.
Hi, Carla.
All 12 viewers. It was really good.
Oh, wait, I can't, guys. We can't read these tonight.
We're building.
Yeah, I told some of my people.
We're building an audience, guys. When we hit.
You're not showing up on my. No, you're not here yet.
When we hit. Josephine, look at the camera. Don't worry about your screen. When we hit 35 viewers, we're good. Because we're at 9 right now, I'm really concerned that actually the Wi-Fi is not working. When we're gonna have to cut out and start again.
Why?
No.
Because we're at 8.
She's not live
it's
yet.
Possible we're at 8.
I am live.
No. This
You're not
isn't
showing
working
up on my knees.
This is not working. We're gonna delete.
So we're not on iPhone now.
We're at 11. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. What's going on, guys? Are we
okay? We need some feedback here, because
what's our strength level?
Can you see us?
Wow, there you are.
Can anybody see me? If you can see me, say what's up.
What's up?
You see me?
If it's a weak connection, give us. If it's a good connection, thumbs up.
If it's a weak connection, thumbs up.
It is a weak connection. There's no way.
What if it's a month connection?
You're not coming up on my knees.
You guys are too loud.
Weak.
I don't know.
No. Okay, nobody got that?
Sicilians and Calabresi in a room. We're
That's
gonna
a
have
bad
fun.
idea.
Guys, we're gonna have to do this.
Just so you know, this is a time of season where I look like crap. My nails. My hair.
I know why you have so little viewers. I have to share.
I see you. I see you.
I have to do my nails and my hair for the party on Saturday.
I understand why you're yelling.
Okay,
you guys are loud.
Why you're yelling? Why are you yelling?
Oh my God.
It's like you're talking Italy right now.
I'll just talk to you by myself.
Oh,
okay. Oh, we're at 20 viewers. Okay, we're good. Now it's Giuseppe.
Everybody, press the share button.
Guys, this is a big episode. I don't know if you guys know this.
Le 9:40. No,
we're keeping this in English today, buddy.
Sui G-notte in Italia, no.
We're keeping it in
Se c'è qualcuno da Pachino, fatemi sentire adesso.
Okay, guys, we got exciting news. We are here with the dynamic duo.
You can sit down. Their
Here.
names are Josephine and Venus, in case you forgot.
And I didn't
That's
forget.
why I'm here.
No, I don't forget anything. What I'm going to do is we're going to go boom. I'm going to hit share and watch how this jumps up to like 70 viewers.
Yeah, sure, because Giuseppe the MC is
Boom.
here.
Okay, so he's sharing on his Facebook. Let's let him catch up here. And he's going to share on his Instagram, right?
Yeah,
I got to share mine too, so we're going to get another bunch, okay?
Again, guys,
Can
we're
I
all in the
get my
same
phone
room.
so that I can do my
Gennarino.
Okay, so...
Okay, guys, so...
Yeah, this is better.
Babe, I'll let you introduce what's going
But
on.
it's not. How do you move it down?
Let's start again.
No, I'm gonna go.
Okay,
what's your
really.
website? Gennarino.com?
So...
Well, I'm not seeing you in here, why?
.ca, boom.
That's not me. That's not me. I should be... No, I don't know.
See.
What? It took a while on hers, too.
But this is your own
Sorry,
page.
guys.
Don't worry.
Bear with us.
No,
Too
no.
many
I'm trying to
cookies.
share.
What's happening is
What?
there's delay. It's okay. Let's just keep going on with the show. Don't worry.
We're
about
going
it.
on?
It's okay, guys. We're
We're
on.
Okay.
It's the first time we're on our phones.
So, it's Wedding Wednesday.
Thanks, guys.
Woot woot.
And...
Oh, sorry. We're in there. We found you.
You're like my, you're like my mother when my wife and I were dating, and the phone would ring and we'd call each other and talk for like 10 minutes. Hey, babe, what's going on? Babe? And then my mother, hello, like she'd answer the phone like 10 minutes later. You're like on such a delay right now, Bella. Get with the times. Okay. We're going to go live on Instagram as well in a second. I got to set this up.
Oh my God, it's so weird to see yourself on the
What
screen.
is this
Oh,
share?
don't worry.
Yeah, because you're always behind the camera,
Yeah, it is.
right?
It's so weird to be
So why don't
on
we tell
this
people what you
side.
do? You're not just pretty
We're,
faces.
okay, guys, we're going live. We're also going live on Instagram, guys. We're showing it in 3, 2, 1.
There it is.
Okay.
Bam! We are live here on Instagram as well. I'm gonna give it a little intro, set it up. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. My pants are falling down, guys. If you're just tuning in now, we are live at Gennarino.
Sure, now we're friends.
Photographer.ca. Boom, boom, boom. Don't worry, you're gonna know who we are, what we're doing, what's going on.
Sorry, guys. Stay with us.
We got
Stay
25
with
viewers
us.
here. These
Okay,
guys
they
are all
want us to
excited.
talk
We're gonna
now.
hit like
Don't talk,
65
we're
today.
good.
There's a party
we're
going
good.
on here. I'm just gonna
We're
set
on.
this
How come I
up.
don't see the comments on yours?
Oh, how come? We don't use the word how come, babe.
I use the word how come.
Because it's not English, babe.
Oh, I froze.
Oh, it didn't froze. You're good.
Frank,
Okay, guys,
ciao,
we're not
tutti.
going to focus no more on the phones in
Oh,
our hands.
my
We are
God.
going to.
Okay, we're right there.
Tonya Pisano.
I'm gonna watch it and see if it
Sisto
freezes.
said
If it
best
freezes,
photographers
let us
ever.
know.
If it
Oh,
freezes,
Tonya said
let
best
us
photographers
know.
ever. Thank you.
The comments are there.
If you're referring to us, yeah, well, I
You
can
can't
see
see
that's
that.
too
It's
far.
far.
I even gotta wear glasses to, you know. So, I
Okay,
mean,
this is going to be on a 45, but you know
we're gonna
what?
like you there,
There you
Tonya.
go.
Thank you.
Good connection. We're good. Yeah.
I'm setting this up, guys. I'm setting
Anthony Cadenacci joined. Hi, Anthony. Good to
Antoinette.
see you.
I got a great,
amazing
I got a great
dressmaker, by
idea,
the
guys.
way.
Why don't we start the show
Over to your
here? Here we
dressmaker,
go.
Antoinette Cadenacci. She's amazing.
Is that a plug?
Call
Awesome,
me.
awesome. Yeah, I guess it would,
Okay.
would be a plug.
So why don't you guys tell your
Side of the
friends
story.
who we are? Because why are you even here and what are we doing?
We are Venus and Josephine. I'm
Oh,
Josephine. That's Venus. We're a husband and wife team that have been in business for quite a few
Susan.
years, and we own gennarino.ca.
Hold on, pause. What's a gennarino?
What's a gennarino?
Oh my god.
What do you mean, what's a are we on a
Gennarino?
photo?
But how?
It's gennarino.
Gennarino.ca.
Gennarino.ca. Photo and films.
Gennarino
We specialize in
dot
photography
And films.
and films, videos, same day edits, photos. Anything to do with that on your day.
Late night filming as well.
Late night filming as well. if that's
Depends.
what you want. Hey,
It all
listen, as
depends
long
on
as
what,
it requires a camera and a person, I'm in.
Yes.
Or two.
Right.
So
Or two.
hit that share button. We also want to remind you, this weekend we have a big event coming up. This is Giuseppe's 40th birthday
Nothing
party.
major.
I can't wait. Woo!
And we're mentioning this also because
I'm there.
Hi,
Giuseppe
Charlie.
will be
Charlie
doing
G.
photography and video. No, not
Not
video.
just video.
What's
Photography.
up, peeps?
For us.
Pictures all night.
Yeah, we're taking the photos.
See Crazy
of,
Girl with camera
yes.
all night. Just she'll take
Come up
pictures.
to me, please, and I'll take your picture.
Guys.
I want to document the whole event. Sorry, Joe.
If you have not
Giuseppe.
gotten your tickets yet, I don't know what you're waiting for, guys. You're on
almost-
your phone all day long. It doesn't take much to go www.gmc.com.
You guys are hilarious.
Don't worry, guys, I'm
Hit the orange
My wife's
square
gonna do
thing
all
with
the
his ugly
talking.
face on it.
I will
and
do zero
press
talking today.
Buy tickets.
What are they talking about?
Okay.
The party that you're not coming to.
I'm
What?
sorry. No, well, I'm shooting something else.
Yeah, he's already-
There's nothing else going on. Shh.
What
See,
did
this
you
is our
say?
Can we say what I'm shooting?
We
No.
are shooting for a fundraiser for sick kids. He's
Okay,
actually
that'll
does
give-
it
yeah, that'll
every
give
year.
you- so
I do
that-
it every year.
That means you'll be
Fourth
shooting
year.
2 fundraisers for
Yes,
sick
we
kids.
are.
right.
Yes, we
That
are.
is one fundraiser for sick kids. Don't worry, babe, sit down.
And yours
Okay.
is as well.
And yes, ours as well. We
Fantastic.
Entertainers presents an epic 40th birthday celebration and semi-celebrity roast of me, Giuseppe the MC. It'll be a lot of fun, and everybody that's contributing to this party, thank you in advance. This weekend is going to be nuts. I'm crossing the border, but here's the real fact of why we're here. This is new information. These two have invested in a camera. It's in a box in the back. It's in a safe.
Yes.
What this picture does, this camera does, watch, babe. Okay, guys, you see what's going on right here? See this? See what's happening here? This camera takes a picture of you,
How
and
can you
it
not?
automatically, like photoshops, you slim down to like, I swear, no, really.
No, yeah.
It's there in the back.
Yeah,
Fine. It slims you down, and you can ask the camera, say, what do you want to lose? I want to lose about 40 pounds. And it just automatically, ow! It automatically, you just dropped it. It's nuts, guys.
And that's how it works. That's because it's the future.
It's called
It's the
editing,
future,
people.
guys.
It's called editing.
You know,
Photoshop.
Justine would love a camera like that. I'll tell
Guys,
you.
the future is right here.
Awesome. That's beautiful,
It's great.
Joe.
I'm going to poke you all with the straw.
Giuseppe,
Poke.
that's beautiful.
And the way they make it work is they take a picture 600 feet behind, so then you're looking a little small. It's wonderful.
Marla.
we actually
really-
use normal cameras.
Normal.
And we're here to answer photo and video is a huge thing for weddings.
Yes.
It's probably the
Tell that guy
biggest
behind you to sit
decision.
down. His hair is blocking the camera.
Anthony Cadenacci.
New one, buddy.
It's,
Glad you-
it's a girl. It's a girl.
Haven't heard that one in a while.
It's a girl.
What's going
But
on,
the- yeah,
Anthony?
Are you gonna sit down? Seriously?
No, I can't because there's no
Yes, you
space.
can. Sure.
Ciamboliamo, go.
Why don't you
I
sit
know,
on my
the problem is
husband's
my jeans are very tight.
Stamattina.
Crack. Crack.
Wow.
I'm sitting on the corner.
Hey, guys on Instagram over there, I can't read your comments. Today, you're just viewing.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I can't. We
Hi,
can't see that.
Hi, Instagram
Yeah,
over
but
there.
what's his name? Asks all the questions on Instagram.
I know, Foxhead, he's the best, but this is...
I'll get up off the trigger couple because I can't see.
I go read. So, here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you guys want to
Okay,
talk
we're
about?
going to
Just
talk
talk
about
photography.
video,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
That's what we're here
People
for.
ask me all the
Giuseppe.
time.
Well, why don't we talk about
What's the big question that the people ask you usually about photo video? What's
as a planner, let's tell your friends who we are. I'm a wedding planner. I do
Yes.
invitations. This guy is an MC, a comedian, and he wants you all to come to his party.
And a social media sensation, please.
100%.
Let's be realistic.
If you don't know who he is, you
Shame on
just
you.
don't have Instagram.
You don't have Instagram or Facebook.
Yeah,
obviously.
Well, Mr. Rock.
That's okay.
So, you know, one of the things you have to do when you get married, can we talk
It's
about
not got
weddings?
into my head. Don't touch my shoulders. Okay. So I don't know why you're doing that all the time.
I'm poking people.
Because
Oh,
Venus
you're
is
poking,
ADD a little bit.
poking.
Yeah, I poke people.
So, anyways, I can't
You're
say
missing.
that. So,
Okay.
basically, obviously, photography, videography. You've been in the business a little longer than your wife.
A little bit.
Yes.
A little bit. So we're going to talk a little bit about the history, because he knows a bit of the history prior to you.
Of course.
And then how drastically it improved when you came in the picture. So here we go.
100%.
So here we go. What year did you decide that this was going to be what you do?
What year? Before I went to study, so that would have been probably late 80s. Yeah, I was still a teenager.
Wow.
Yeah, late 80s.
So when you say you went to study, were you planning on study in this field, or is this?
Yeah,
were you planning on
photography.
studying-
Photography in general. I wanted to learn, so I ended up going to Amber College.
Oh, fantastic!
Great school, by the way, for anybody
Yeah.
that's involved with filming or photography as well, and arts in general. Great school.
Okay.
Ended up being there, and then got a diploma. That was '94. That's a long time ago.
We got married in 94 as well.
Yeah, and that's when
were like
everything kind of started.
2 years old.
I was in grade 11.
But
I was in grade 12.
While I was
Nice.
starting,
94?
while I was starting,
that's my
then
graduation.
going
I was
to
in grade
school,
8,
I already
guys.
was in the industry.
Okay.
From going back as a cameraman. So before I even started school, was already in the industry back then, right?
Oh, excellent.
So it's been 30 years now,
You sit down.
ish.
No, I can't. That's why I'm doing this. I would obviously get myself.
So we
in a
kind of
better
got into
position.
he was in the business before as a videographer, studying to become a photographer, and then we kind of got into the business together when we got married. So he finished graduating on Humber, and then we got married, and we basically opened up Gennarino from our basement apartment. That's how it started.
Nice.
But we've been at this location here at Weston and Highway 7 in Woodbridge, woot woot,
20 years.
for 20 years. Yeah, 21
20.
years. Actually, we're celebrating
20
at this location. So
That's incredible.
I know, right? It's
No,
nuts.
that's
I'm
Celebrating
sorry.
this location, when is it?
We actually signed the lease in December.
So
Yeah.
who was planning the party?
I don't know, but he's saying we should have a party to celebrate the
Yeah.
20th year and have the mayor here and everything.
Yes.
You should have an open
Well,
house.
we'll
at
ask.
least, like an open house.
You know what I need? I need somebody to plan it, Rosemary.
I don't know anybody.
Yeah, somebody I'm
At least anybody good.
Yeah,
But we'll
somebody.
find
I'm
somebody.
going to push the poke.
You can plan it, then I'm in. I just don't. I'm so busy. But
No, I'm not.
we've
What,
seen
what?
weddings from
Oh.
the crowns and the poofs. Venus, thank
sorry.
you.
Guys,
Oh,
we are
wow.
talking facts right now.
Yeah, come on,
sorry.
man.
Yes, I'm ADD. Go ahead.
It's
Why
totally
don't you go around
ADD.
and
He
read
needs
some
to take.
comments?
No.
Come on.
We're right now hearing
Can we
something
watch
great.
this on Instagram?
We're hearing something great right now, and you're obviously being a great
Just-
hostess and not listening.
I just want
which
to
is
know what
good.
people are saying. I
That's
might
okay.
be telling him
Don't
to shut
worry
up.
about what they're saying. Just go. We're hearing something.
they can't
from-
see
You know,
That's what
we've
they're
seen
saying.
all styles of weddings. I mean, from
Yes,
'94 to
yes.
now, it's funny how the wheel has turned back around again. We're seeing stuff that we saw in '94 coming back. Styles, poses, photography type. So it's amazing how the wheel
Dresses?
churns. I haven't seen the dresses, the big poofy, remember that? And
No.
the big crowns
Please
and the
no.
big fluffy things
They
here.
were in style
you know,
then.
remember this? Those dresses.
Yeah.
They were in style then.
And we went from film to VHS to digital to 4K to HD to 4K. So there's a lot that's happened in 20 years regarding photo and
So
video.
when we got married, it was like the transition. Like when you went to see a photographer, they say, "Do you want film or digital?"
yeah.
Oh, that,
We were
that
like,
time.
"What's digital?" No,
I
not
kind of feel
film.
sorry for the people who had the digital transition because the cameras were just so new then.
just
that
JPEGs
when
back
you
then.
look back at the photos, you can see that. Like sometimes we get people, "Oh, can you print this picture? Somebody passed away or whatever. We need this for my wedding." We'll go pull up the digital files and we're like, "Oh my gosh,
Yeah, what did we do?
what did?" Not that we did, just how much the technology has come. Like now the cameras are amazing, you know what I mean? But like 5 years ago, there's already a difference. Of what the cameras look like.
All kinds.
And
Lisa said Venus cut his hair. Been a while now.
I'm glad
Thanks for noticing.
From back then, do you have any pictures of you back then?
Welcome to social media.
Guys.
I just realized that this gentleman has cut his hair.
He does used to have long, beautiful curly hair.
Yeah, like.
Oh, my
You have a
photographer, she
picture.
said. From before, I got a couple shots in there with the longer hair.
I don't know if I have any.
So what I'm going to kindly do now is
Yes.
ask the hostess and
Yes.
a couple of the people in the panel to pay attention to the front camera because that's where we're live right now.
That's fine. We're
We don't
talking.
Oh, here?
we don't have to
I'm
worry- we don't have
trying to
worry-
be able
don't
to
worry,
see
you
the
don't have-
comments. I
you
can't
don't-
read that. It's too
well,
far.
babe, like, God, where are your glasses? I don't understand. I can read them from here.
They've been bickering since they've been together.
Okay, here we go.
right?
So
The
this is what we're going to
bickering
do. It's
duo.
Lisa's asking, well,
Okay,
married
that's
15
mine.
years ago when Josie was
yours, 'cause I don't see
pregos.
them anymore.
Do you know Lisa Emanuela Bennett?
Pardon, Lisa Manuela.
And you were pregnant.
Emanuela
14
I
years
remember
ago.
that
You were-
name.
Yeah, sure. You
But-
did her wedding. So
We did her
thanks-
wedding.
Okay, that's exactly what's wrong. But you were prego at the time.
Oh my! Yeah, I shot till I was 7.5 months pregnant. I was shooting weddings and like a nut
When
job.
was
That's
you
love.
born?
2002.
No, I mean like what month?
December. So I shot all the way to
Okay, perfect. Till
October.
basically until the weather got cold, like
The season
not too,
almost
not
ended,
to
yeah.
safe driving condition.
Well, but
I'm
she-
really
yeah.
glad that you put your pregnant wife to work. That's
Actually-
very
Yeah, no,
I
no.
worked. I never got a maternity leave.
Yeah, but you know what-
listen,
No,
like,
no.
we argued the whole
We
time.
argued. She wanted to go to work no matter what.
Oh.
And then it was funny because people
Oh.
were making comments when I was 7.5 months pregnant on the floor, taking pictures in the middle of the street. They were like, "And your husband lets you do this?"
I have no choice.
You do it, yeah.
I believe in
so that's when I
whatever she
decided
believes
people
in.
were uncomfortable watching me carry tripods and camera bags around.
So
You
then
know
why
what?
did they just offer
But
to
you know
help?
what? Look at how perfect
Actually,
your
a lot
daughter
of
came
people
out.
did.
So all of that extra work, obviously.
My daughter's like,
No,
"Oh,
no,
please,
that was because the jeans.
She's actually
was
very
just right
lazy.
from the beginning.
Yeah,
Backfired.
sure.
Takes after you.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I gave birth to my husband and my mother-in-law.
There you go. Hi, Ma, if you're watching.
She's
Yeah,
watching.
is she
Everybody.
home, by the way?
Does she have Facebook?
No, well, my daughter might be showing her right now. Maybe, I don't know.
Guys, if you're just tuning in now, we are at the headquarters of Gennarino.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, that didn't happen. Sorry. No, I need to read the comments. We can
Just
see the
so cute,
comments.
yeah.
Read the
No, no
comments.
comments. Let's stay live.
Yeah.
No, they're all there. See,
Yes,
look,
let him read the
yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
People are gonna think we're ignoring them.
No, we're not ignoring you.
No,
It's
we're
just-
not ignoring you. I
The
mean,
screen is
I
so
can see.
damn small.
Look.
Remember
me,
16th?
September 16th, 2000. Cindy Vol. Yeah, of course I remember you.
Cindy, of course I remember
I
you.
remember you.
Should we bring the camera?
Look,
close?
I like.
Once
Oh my
again,
God, lady.
hey, just because you see it doesn't mean you have to show them anything.
I didn't
Hello.
like
How are you?
Where's your boo-boo?
Keep it, control yourself. Anyways,
just ready
guys,
to
Get out
once
of my
again,
face.
right before we're trying to be professional, let's try
sorry,
to
I
be
just
professional.
had-
So, guys, once again, we're at the
This
headquarters
reminds me
of
of
Gennarino.
Prince
I'm here with, we are here with Josephine and Venus. They
But can you tell me how to switch
own,
accounts?
they are the owners, operators of
And partners,
Gennarino's- Like, what's the full
Where?
name?
Gennarino, that's
Dossier.
CA Photography and Films.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
they are a staple in this community.
Aw, thank you.
No, really. You've been here. Besides, you've been at this location for 20 years.
For a while.
A lot of people can be in a location for 20 years, but that means nothing. It's about how well known you are, and you know why. We didn't know you back then, but if we flip this camera around, there's a massive portrait of my sister on this wall.
Oh, right.
That's right. And,
And my little nephew. Well,
and my little
kind of.
scrunchy. So
Yeah.
and then and so over time.
We've done a lot of
We've done
weddings.
some work together.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And my
We've been back and
my
forth.
wife now, who's
Get her
been
done.
my wife's been a planner now for a few years, and more than several occasions, we've had the pleasure of recommending
And
Josephine
working.
and Venus and working together in weddings, whether we book them or whether they happen to be booked there anyway
same job,
at the
yeah.
same time, which is great. And we've had the pleasure of working with them. My wife, who's a planner,
Amazing.
gets to get. Thank you.
No,
Lovely to work with,
Listen,
actually.
I have to say, when I
That's
do
good.
weddings
From a
Well,
photographer's
why?
point of view.
Like,
when I
listen,
do weddings with Rosemary, honest to God, like
You don't gotta worry about
30%
nothing.
of the stress that I normally have is off my back.
Aw.
She takes so much off of my
that's
back.
a good stat.
She does what
It's
she has to
amazing,
do.
like,
Plan a
having
wedding.
families, making sure people are focused,
Yes.
making sure they're listening. Like,
I'm glad
honest to
she's
God,
not-
when I
Making sure
know
they're having
she's
a good
with
time,
me,
right?
Yes.
100%.
So,
Without
babe,
anything.
so that means you have to improve another 70% because it's only 30%.
No, my
And-
workload off me. What I normally
You said stress.
do.
That's what I heard.
Stress.
30% of my stress.
Grabbing.
That's
the-
not a
the-
good
30%
number.
of her job.
Yes,
I-
yes,
that's not a
you
good
do.
number to me.
I do 30%
No.
more work when you're not around.
There you
That's
go.
what I'm trying to say.
No,
you
no,
grab
yeah.
my families, you stay focused, you keep me
And
Planners,
this,
yeah.
and this number
And she
30%
does
is
it
right
nicely.
because she actually keeps bar graphs and charts in another office. When Rosemary's here, when Rosemary's not here. That's where she got this number, because 30%, that's a...
Let's move
It's a
that
big
over
number.
because I'm gone.
No, okay, well, basically, let's move over this way. I can... Yeah, you know what? We're going to turn the
Can you
camera
just
around.
go there and read it?
But anyways, the point
Yes.
is that...
Bring it closer.
Oh my God! Look at all those. Look
Yeah,
at all those.
like that. You get so many
Who's
comments.
all
Sorry,
like me?
guys.
Somebody on Instagram is
people are
liking
being
me.
annoyed.
You're liking me.
Instagram
This is what we're going to
people
do.
are so
I'm going to
sorry.
stay right here.
No.
And I'm just going to talk on an angle. Don't worry, guys. I'll duck back in. There we go.
No, just bring it closer.
No.
That's so funny.
Guys, I'm going to be over here for a little bit, but I'm going to be taking care of the people that are giving us love from this distance. Guys, this is your lucky day.
I knew
Teen
that
hole.
Get in the shot.
Listen.
Papa in no way.
Somebody teen hole 99. Teen hole.
Yeah,
99.
Tino.
Tino with an H in there.
Awesome
Says, hey
videographer.
guys, Rooster Hens, Giuseppe, what's going on?
No, we're just staring at the thing 'cause we can't see it. We can't
What's
see
going
it.
on?
I know.
Fox
that
said,
we
what's
did
going
that.
on, buddy? Last night, sorry, I went online live for you yesterday, and I couldn't because of my Wi-Fi in my house stinks. I don't know what's going on.
What? Oh, the Wi-Fi stinks. I thought you said your wife stinks. Sorry.
My gosh, she smells fantastic.
My Wi-Fi
over
stinks.
here.
My Wi-Fi.
I'm going to ask you a question. I'm gonna ask my
I
wife a
just smell
question.
you live.
Let's
on
talk about
Facebook.
smelling for a second.
No, not today.
Smells
No,
great.
in the
Smells
shower.
That smells like
Well, I'm
a.
going to tell you guys a quick story. I sleep with this sleep apnea machine. I have a problem. And,
Yeah, it's so
right?
sexy. Let me tell you.
This machine.
Great, Jeff.
This machine. This
You can't even turn around.
It's so sad. It's just like, so, but I sleep with this machine. And this
While he's sleeping, I'll go
Why you got
live
the
while
teeth
he's
coming
sleeping.
out, right?
I got holes just sticking out.
Yeah. My brother, one of my brothers uses
So
that.
this machine.
Is he like 85?
No, it's not about the age. Trust me. And you let him finish.
So this machine,
Yeah.
it filters the air. So I very, very rarely smell anything. Well, earlier that day,
Oh yeah, it's clean.
I went to eat at my aunt's house, and she made a plethora of the most incredible beans.
Oh, nice.
But these were the ones that go straight. They're not. No, they don't go through the track.
no, they go right down to where they need to go.
As I went to sleep last night, when I was releasing the kraken,
We look amazing.
the
We can't read it. I have
the
to go like that.
smell was seeping through the tube, and I'm like, oh my god, if I can smell this, what the hell is she going through? Because it was so bad. Like, it was so bad.
I must
I'm
have had a bad
oh my
dream.
God. And I just got back
Oh
from
my
tour,
God.
and I hadn't seen her in a while, and I'm like, this is the treat I give her.
Yeah, you're a great husband, Giuseppe.
That's right.
You're great.
That's
Don't
how
let
you march
anybody
this
tell you you're
territory.
not. Yeah,
bad.
the sleep apnea
Listen,
and the farting.
It was coming right through
Wow.
the tube.
Guys.
Anyways, guys, we're here.
Instagram peeps, did you guys hear that?
We're good.
Okay,
We got.
No, my husband has
We
his
need to
morning. You know people do yoga in the morning? He's got his
Yeah,
morning
get it.
farting position. Should
I
I do
love
it?
it.
Yeah,
Should I
yeah,
do it?
yeah,
No,
yeah.
come on. I
That's
can't do
all
it.
right.
Do it. Now you said it. Now
Guys,
you gotta
this
do
is
it.
public.
Guys,
Should she
We're
do it
good.
live? Like,
There's
come
no
on.
family.
Literally,
I think
go
she
like
should
this,
show.
And I'll
Downward
be,
dog.
I'll be making lunches, and he's sleeping. I don't know. He's
It's
not
downward
positioned.
dog.
See,
Downward
like feet
I'm in the
and
kitchen.
legs. Downward
And then
dog.
the neighbor's kids are at my house because he doesn't realize that they're there, and I have to bring them to the bus stop. And
Yeah.
they're like, "What is that?"
It's the bear.
Tino Mongelli. Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Tino.
Okay. Anyway.
So, anyways, let's be realistic
The
here for a
sleep
second.
apnea
Let's be
machine puts
serious.
air into my body.
I-
Oh, yeah, yeah, okay.
Also,
sorry,
blame
no.
the machine for your farts.
Anyways, guys, back to
Yes.
the show.
Your
Back to
regularly
our
scheduled
regular
program.
I'm sorry,
We
guys.
are here live at
These messages.
Gennarino.
I stand up.
.ca, photography and videography
And film.
and
everything like that.
else in between.
We do headshots, we do corporate, we do
oh,
corporate
by the way, you gotta do a
commercials.
headshot before I leave.
Yes, we got to do.
Now? Before we leave?
No, I'm
now.
supposed to
No,
dress
no,
up.
no,
Yeah,
no, it's
no.
okay. It's okay.
But we do anything to do with photos. We're there. We're actually doing food photography tomorrow all day. We're spending taking at Il Castello. We're taking food photography. We can't wait to do that. We're looking very forward to it. Let's talk about I wanted to maybe address some questions.
Okay, so let's
30
This
questions.
is what we're
Teach
gonna
them
do.
what?
Babe,
I don't
we're
know.
gonna switch spots. Why don't you stand?
What do you want me to teach, Lisa? I'm confused.
And I was hoping you can stand and I can sit now.
No, you can sit, babe. How big are you?
we
You
can
don't
fit.
smell
No,
as
no,
good
no,
as your
we're
wife does, though. I'm just
You're such a fucking liar. He's not. Oh, excuse me.
Come closer, Josephine.
It's love.
Okay, no,
yeah,
we're good, we're good,
up
we're
there.
good.
Can't
We're
see.
good.
Do you want
Yeah,
me to-
for
do they want me
Instagram,
to
you see
read?
there?
Go up there and
The
read?
question is, Josephine, where's your left hand? Oh, there you go. Okay, so
In between two pillows.
all right, guys, how about we do this? That was a great idea. How about Instagram? You just keep staring, and Facebook.
We can't see the comments
Facebook.
anymore.
Why don't you ask a
Why
question?
don't I go on Instagram and look at those comments?
Because
I'll do that.
those ones, no,
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
You know,
We keep him around for something.
not just a pretty face. Okay.
I was talking about. Oh,
Me.
we're talking about.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Come on.
Hey, pretty face.
Those are delayed.
Oh, I met them 20 years
Okay,
ago.
Okay, guys. So we got a question here. We have a question here.
It's Josephine.
I didn't say that.
No, I know.
It's Josephine, not Josie. Come on, guys.
It's actually.
Who said Josie?
It's
Someone
actually
said
Some
Josie.
people. That's
It's-
okay. We love you
Listen,
anyway.
guys.
It's like it's not Rosemary. It's
Madonna quando
Rosemary.
parlo.
Oh,
Rosemary.
aspetta prima che parli.
It's
Which one is
actually
he? Are you there?
Giuseppina, but it's checking.
It is Josephine.
Okay.
It's Josephine.
With a G?
No, but what's on your document?
No, Giuseppe with a G.
I
No,
know.
that's my
there
name.
it is.
Aha, there he is.
We know.
I
all-
actually legally
I'm not
changed
even
my name to
following.
Josephine.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm
You
terrible.
took away my name and put that.
Well, no, my name was actually something.
Hey, we can read the comments now.
We can read Yo's comment now. There you go.
Okay, Instagram. We found a way to care about you. So
Yes.
We do care, you
Who
know.
wants
we
to
do,
party?
we do.
Whoever wants a party's gotta come on Saturday.
Okay.
again,
go.
I don't know why we're screaming.
www.giuseppedempsey.com.
Okay,
It's
so
Orange
Natalie,
Square.
Natalie
Why the
said
hair is
sorry.
so long, Joe?
Oh no, it's okay.
No.
No, I mean,
Give
it's-
us
so cute,
photo and
Natalie.
video and planning
Aw.
questions.
guys.
If there is anything, I don't know.
Seriously, somebody from Facebook or Instagram, ask them, not us. We're
Let's
just gonna
talk
say-
prices. Foxhead wants to know. Let's talk prices.
Okay, well, how about you
you
don't have
know,
to give a
that's very-
solid
Well,
price.
Very
let's- no, no, no,
subjective.
Let's give people a range. Like, if they come here and they think they go to a photographer, not just you guys, and they think I'm going to spend $1,000, people think that you're their.
Oh, basic
You say
starting
that
at
that's-
$15,000.
No.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're
And that's not
somebody
me, a
posted
rookie.
something today, it was actually beautiful. Another fellow photographer friend of mine. He says if you're going to ask for cheap, you're going to get cheap.
Of course.
Right? If you're gonna, if you've spent
Anyway.
$500 and you're totally unhappy with what you got and the product is cheap, you can't complain.
No,
if
'cause-
you're gonna spend $5,000
That
and you
changes things.
love what you got and you're happy and everything is good and you walk out of here skipping, then really you got a bargain price. Right? Like, what's the cost of your happiness and your memories?
Memories,
So how can
especially,
you put that
to remember.
on? So to go in, I want cheap, my budget, cheap. That's not how it works. So be willing to invest. They say 10% of your wedding budget should be towards your photo and film.
Memories.
So,
Memories.
let's talk about that for one
But
second.
having said that, hold on. Having said that, with all in defense of anybody watching,
Yeah.
Other questions?
some people don't. What's the biggest word I've always hated in my whole life? Go ahead, you can say it.
The biggest word?
Yeah,
I can't say it.
cheap. It's budget. I can't stand the word
That
budget.
wasn't what I was
And
thinking.
I'll tell you why I can't stand the word budget. Because some people don't really understand what it takes to plan a wedding.
Yeah.
And so
Until
they're
then-
like, "Oh, I got $5,000 to spend." Well, okay, if they're spending 10%, they're getting $500.
Right.
So sometimes brides and grooms need to realign their expectations. And so sitting with professionals, whomever they are, whether it's photographer, videographer, planners, whatever,
Yep.
they will help realign their reality. But I'm sure you can expect that some people just can't afford to do it either.
Right. Right. Hey, listen, there's a
price for everything.
There's
and
a price for everything,
there's
and
a
I work
budget,
with
yeah.
any budget. Any budget.
That's the
Any
point.
budget is a good enough budget for me. As long as I can whistle while I work, I am fine.
Do you know what that
But
stands
we
for,
need to
though?
whistle while we work.
You know what that means?
Basically, like I have
Whistle
to
while you work. What does
Whistle
that
while I
mean?
work. Be happy while I'm working. I like sometimes I get clients. And I love my clients. I have the best clients in the world, really, I do. But every once in a while, I'll get one. Budget. This is all I can spend, and they nickel and dime, and to spend this much on. No, the cheapest frame, the cheapest this, the cheapest that, the cheapest
No,
this,
don't go cheap.
which is fine.
don't waste
But
your
then we
money
go to
either.
the hall, and a vinyl floor, $5,000 has been.
That's
laid
only there
down.
for 6 hours.
Now your priorities, you're not budgeting anymore.
Yeah, the
your
memory,
priorities
yeah.
are just shifting.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All the memories are
That's what I try to tell
gone.
people about invitations. Same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
Right.
going in the garbage, and I said, let's say you go to a photographer, $100, you just add it on like nothing. You come to me and like put $1 on your 100 invites each. It's like you're dying at
That's
$100.
what you're doing.
Yeah.
It makes like they make it seem like it's such a big deal.
It's funny how you mentioned that flooring, because like some people envision a beautiful wedding,
Right.
when maybe the proper photographer, videographer can make the wedding look right when it's time.
Exactly.
So
we're the proof.
You're gonna if you
Yes.
didn't put the floor, you didn't put the chair covers, or you didn't put something, and you invested a little bit more in this service, they will take the environment that they've been provided.
Exactly. A good
And- and
make it look
photographer.
beautiful.
You know what
a
I
good
tell my
picture.
clients? You know what I tell my clients? Your photographer should be able to take a picture of you on a pile of shit
Yep.
and it would be a good picture if they're a good photographer.
Bro, you know,
And make you feel comfortable.
I don't
about it.
care where I
Exactly
am.
like that. That's how I say it.
Yeah,
It doesn't
that's the
matter.
best way
Where
to
should
say
I go
it.
for pictures? It doesn't matter. A good photographer
Trust your
will be
photographer.
able to do it anywhere.
They asked me the same thing. Where should
And
we
the
go?
editing,
I
right?
said I can take a picture anywhere. I can make a picture look good anywhere, wherever we are. Even I've been in little corners this big, and
May I-
you know, with
may
a
I-
little spotlight.
we've seen
you
her,
know,
yeah, but
you
the
know?
thing is
Well,
that-
you've seen. Yeah.
How do you
No,
make
I
a
know
picture
what you
look better anywhere? By photographing who's in it. What's important is the subject, not what's behind. So that there is just a support, really,
You're the
to
starting
your
role.
as image. That's a frame. The what's in the image is you, the face, or the couple, whoever it is. So no matter where you go, that's a good point by her. It's irrelevant to make it. So you don't want a background to overpower you as the image of the center of the image. You understand what I mean? So,
Yes.
so the background is there as a support. Yes, it has to be beautiful, but it shouldn't be breathtaking to the point that it takes away from who you are in the image when we're taking portrait photography. Now, if we're doing art, that's a different story. So then we could do a mix of both. But there's some people that, you have to really
Well,
know.
the real talent comes where you can take portrait and art and combine it.
Right.
Right. So I still make the portraiture.
Yeah.
Portrait.
You have to trust.
Like, mom doesn't want a picture of you this big.
No.
And then the background,
Whatever,
is the
you know.
background, whatever it is. Like, you still gotta think
They
portrait.
don't realize that until they go try to pick a thank you card, and they're like, "Shit,
I don't have any
what's
portraits
this?
for my thank
You can't even
yous.
see me. You can't see my dresser. You can't like."
Yeah, you got
So,
it. You've
I
heard
mean,
it. You've heard it. You've heard the struggles from your couples.
I always tell my clients, like, just let your photographer do it. They know, they've been to this place before. They know what to do here. You know, like, just trust
Well, we
them.
definitely don't want to look bad as
Right.
any company,
Right,
not just
right,
us.
right.
We want to work with the arts. We want to work what we have, and we don't want our photos to look bad, so that no one else is going to come back and see us. Obviously, we want to work to excel.
Right,
So
right.
the point is, you have to
wanna
trust the
mess up your
professional you hire. You don't tell a tile setter how to lay down a tile. That's for sure.
So let's
Because he
since we're
wouldn't
on
know how
that,
to do that.
Since we're on that topic,
Yes.
because I run into this, not with you guys because I worked with you and we understand each other. But what is your opinion on planners as
Planners?
a photographer?
Planners?
Because what I tell people is that what I do is I go in the morning. I already know photographers look at me like, oh, who's this? You know what? Trying to tell us what to do. They don't even say hi. They already hate
Because
me.
most planners
Because
are like
that's-
that.
Most
Initially.
photographers are
That's
men,
right.
and honestly, they just think like some girl's gonna come and like tell them what to do.
No.
Now, what I tell people is, we all need to work as a team.
Yeah.
My job is to get the people to the picture, to get the people hurrying up, to remind the photographers of the time, just in case they get carried away. My job is not to say, hey, your lens is not centered or whatever.
Absolutely
I can't
not.
say. So, what's your opinion?
I think
How
a
much
wedding
will you
planner
take?
should do
How much
her
will you not
job.
take?
Yeah.
Our wedding planner should do her job,
And we should do ours.
and we should do ours.
Yeah, but what's yours and what's hers?
And
Yeah, yeah.
yours
Plain
is
and
to
simple. There's
mind
probably some
your.
photographers,
Yes.
planners watching.
Well,
Sorry.
don't tell the photographer what to do, and vice
yeah.
versa. I can't tell the planner what to
What do
Absolutely.
you mean by
Right?
what to do? If I'm telling you we have to go,
That's not what
you
to do.
planning
Yeah.
your wedding.
You're-
So
That's
if you turn around and start directing the couple or the group, the bridal party that we're about to take a
Yeah,
picture
put your
of,
hands up in the
and say,
air.
put your hands up, and you cannot do that. You cannot. As a matter of fact, what you're doing by doing that, you don't do that, but some planners do.
No, sometimes
by
what I do
doing
is
that,
I just tell people like, this is not a funeral, smile.
Yeah, well, but you don't want to add, so if the photographer's good, doing great, you don't have to worry about it. The other thing I wanted to say, by the way, since we're talking about planners, some planners like to show up at the meetings, which is fine, and technically a planner should set up the meeting and then kind of stand aside, let their client deal with whoever their own planner has recommended, for example. But there's been situations when the planner comes in, and the planner also has their own opinion. So what you might think you love, the other person hates in terms of photography style. So the planner might not like what you're about to like and say to you, well, I don't like this.
That's
and
not
then
the planner's
change.
business.
So some planner, that's not the planner's business. If the client likes, a pile of poo on a stick, for example, and they think that's art, the planner shouldn't tell them not to buy that art. As long as, of course, they don't realize they're getting ripped off. If it's a matter of liking a style, it's not about the price, it's the style at this point. Planners shouldn't say, I wouldn't like that, I wouldn't book that. Because of that, actually, we miss business. So planners, zip it when it comes to that.
I would
Also,
never,
you know,
I would never
yeah.
even say that in front of a photographer.
Exactly.
Like,
Absolutely
you might
not.
have to go have a discussion. Say, you know what, I didn't really like that
Yeah,
guy. Like,
absolutely
really?
not. You
But
talk
I
alone,
wouldn't do
yeah.
it in front of you.
Whatever.
So we've had
yeah.
planners that almost try to make our day more difficult.
Yes, that
You're
too.
trying to. Did you get a picture of the flower girl? Yeah, I did. Did you get a good
We
picture?
know what we gotta do, guys.
What do you mean? Did I
Did you
get a good picture? I got told.
Yo,
I-
did you get a
I
good
actually
picture?
said,
That's
what
the
do you mean,
best
Did I get
one.
a good picture?
No,
No, I got
only
it.
bad pictures.
No, you know what? She wasn't looking.
That's
So-
called candid shot.
In my opinion, then whether the planner initiates it or
What
whether
is a
you
good
should
picture?
initiate is this. So you meet a planner and say, okay, listen, planner, I know what you got to do. You got to do this. They say, what's our time frame? Well, the planner,
Well, that's
because
it,
the
that's
planners love itineraries.
Yes.
They make me sick.
Yeah.
But itineraries, like
work.
11, 12, but listen to me, they're just a guideline. But
that's
they have
what I
a
said.
minute they got to leave, right? So let's say you have from 8 to 9. So you have 8 to 9 to take pictures. So then, Mr. and Mrs. Planner, are you giving me an hour to take pictures? Good. Then let me do my thing.
Yeah.
If the planner says, listen, we're really behind.
Hello,
we're really
Pepper
screwed
from
up,
Montreal.
We're doing what's going on. Hey, what's up, hello? We're really behind. How much time do I have? Josephine, you have 12 minutes. Okay, then let me do my thing in 12 minutes.
Yes.
If you communicate with the planner, or you communicate whoever's in charge, whoever thinks they're in charge with the little clipboard, they get all excited. Then once you communicate, then you shouldn't have a challenge. So to anybody who's out there who is a planner or maybe is a photographer, we got people watching all over the world, by the way.
Yeah, totally.
We unfortunately can't hire these two every time, but just take note that there's other people there that are trying to do their job, and the planner has been hired as this hierarchy above the whole wedding. So they are like really like, oh man, I got to make sure because
They're making sure the day runs smooth, right? Like that's their responsibility,
of course,
right? We're all here to work together. Us, the hall, the DJ, the florist, we have one thing in common: our client, the bride and the groom. All of us want to do well for one thing
For
in
the bride
common.
and the groom.
The bride and the groom. Let's work together instead of trying to
outbeat each other,
or a
yeah.
DJ starting a dance without having the photographer videographer ready,
gotta warn you, gotta
a
warn.
I'm
speech,
there, that's why
yeah,
I'm
or a
there.
speech, or the hall doesn't feed, or the hall decides to put the staff in a closet and feed them scraps.
No, we won't
Whatever the situation. Why are you making the other vendor's life more miserable? We are all here for the same purpose: to make our bride and groom have a wicked, amazing day that nothing goes wrong and everything is perfect.
Hopefully, yeah.
That's what our dream. That's my goal. I don't know what yours is.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I want my bride and groom happy.
Having said that,
Thanks.
for the
Like your
future
hand.
brides and grooms, this whole thing.
Yeah, this-
I was extra windy outside. I had to triple up the spray. For the brides and grooms that are watching, we've repeated it many times, and now we'll jointly repeat it. We have the same hunger level as everyone else.
Oh, as humans, yeah.
As human beings.
Yeah.
And a lot of people serve the vendors like they're nothing, like
Well, yeah. I know.
and the other thing is, and I will stand by, and when I am seeing an event, I go straight up to the maitre d' and I say in particular, and I know she does this too, the staff gets served almost first.
I tried with some halls.
No.
I will not.
No.
Oh, it's rude. It's rude.
And it's not rude, and I'll tell you why it's not rude. And if you're a bride and groom and you're watching, say, I want the staff served relatively
After the
first.
bride and
Obviously,
the
the
groom.
parents,
Yeah.
the Zias, whatever.
Not even first,
No, but
but
they're
just
not
on
even
the
you don't
same
even have the same
level.
server.
Somewhere in the
Parents
middle,
and Zias,
and the
different
reason
servers.
no, but somewhere in the middle, and the reason not
Just
at
do
the
carpet
end
serving. Serve
because
everybody.
they have work to do, so they got to eat. They're not going to eat the whole meal. I'll be surprised if you've ever completed it.
I've never completed.
Well,
Right.
we work.
You've never even
I'll be
you've
working.
never eaten a hot meal. That's for
No,
sure.
but
my pasta.
by the time it gets there, and then Mr. MC comes up, guys, 2 minutes. They're going to be saying speeches.
I'll tell you how it works.
Then you're like scarfing.
Always.
So guys, please respect your vendors. I'll tell you this a million times over. If you want them to give you the best, treat them like they're better than your guests, because your guests are going to go home, and then these guys are going to present you a product, whether it's photography or whatever else. Give them the respect they deserve, because they're working.
Well, we can't leave.
It's not even about. It's
not a
even
job
about
that
work
you
time.
can go leave.
So I had this conversation today. Just today, I had this with one of my brides. I, as a wedding planner, I can go after the church, I get in my car, go to the hall, but I can stop at McDonald's and get myself a hamburger. These guys are with you sometimes from like 6 in the morning. They're with you all day long. If you're going on the bus and you're going to take pictures and you have panini, offer these guys one because they can't stop and get their own food.
We're on the bus with you.
Yeah, and when they get to the hall, let them have some antipasto a little bit, and then they'll come and do work shots, family shots, whatever.
They're human beings. They know we gotta eat.
Because let me tell you something. They don't get to eat all day. A, B, I'm going to tell you something, and I'm sure this goes around.
You've been telling us a few things. Actually.
Hungry people are angry people.
Bitchy
and
people.
You don't want angry.
Hangry.
Right? Hangry. It's true. It's true. But this is how it works. Okay, the reason why we're talking about serving them first, not because they're more important, it's because this is how I run my evenings. When the bride and groom guys serve their plates first, after all the plates are down, we start something. We'll start the speech. And when the speech starts, the photographer has to get up and go take pictures or whatever it is. So if they have the last plate down and 2 seconds later I'm asking for a speech, they don't get to eat. No. And it's cold. And then I'm the person too who's, I don't know if the other wedding planners do this because you guys can tell me, but I'm always the one standing there saying, this food better not be taken away. Just because people are up, we're all working.
Many times they get up, the food does get taken away.
We actually leave one of our assistants sometimes to guard the table.
Yeah.
So we'll leave one. If we have 2 assistants that day, one of them is there to guard and make sure nobody takes away the food. I don't care if I eat it cold. I really don't. At that point, I just want to be served like a human being. I don't want to be served in a closet, cold, no forks, no plates, no light. We were one time in a room with no light. We were on a stage and it was dark. So how are you going to eat in the dark? I can't eat in the dark. Can you eat in the dark?
Yeah, well, that's the point that I'm going to take on there. The point there is it doesn't come down to food really because, people like us, we work for a reason. It's to make a living and therefore we can afford to eat. That's not a problem. The problem associated with the food that a lot of people misunderstand out there in the industry is why should they eat, blah, 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 you're paying them. I get it. But why should we be treated like we're animals? You give me an explanation, and I'm going to direct this to the Metro D's, the hall owners, and whoever runs.
That's actually what I was going to say.
And whoever runs the floors. Why? What is the point of serving the quote-unquote the vendor's table different than the rest?
What's the point?
Because the client has paid less. Why are you offering the client less for the vendor so that you could treat him less? Why are you putting on that effort to tell your staff, the 3 or 4 waiters that are in those 3 or 4 tables where the vendors are, to, when you get to the vendors, ignore them? My question is, does it make the service or the product better if you ignore the vendors? I think not.
We're all there
As a matter
to serve.
of fact, trouble will ensue. Stuff will happen. The waiter gets upset. The photographer gets up and says, oh, well, my food was taken away. Sometimes you say to them, we haven't received the salad. Yeah, I'm busy. When I get to you. Guests first. I am a guest of the bride and the groom. I am there for one reason only, is because they hired me to be there. Otherwise, I'd be home spending time with my daughter. You understand? So the point is not so much that again, eating's fine. You can always
cold.
But why get treated terrible is the worst part here. That we're just vendors and it doesn't matter. You don't get that because they haven't paid for it. If it's a matter of pay, all owners, tell us via phone call. Send us an email and say we're going to have to charge $100, but I expect the service. I have been in the industry for 30 years now, and I am not an animal. And people do not get treated like animals when it comes to eating. So it's not a bad thing in that sense. It's just that people misunderstand when people get upset. Oh, they're complaining because of food, because of the wine. That's not the point. It's the treatment associated, the stigma associated with the serving the vendor. So we're all here, even any other vendor.
I have something
Even
to say.
with
I have something to say
planners.
about that. This is what halls and maybe a lot of people don't get. The bride and groom, yes, they have to be happy. Their family has to be happy, but hopefully they're only going to get married once. We go to halls all the time.
All the time.
And we are the ones who are going to recommend you. We went to this hall,
Yes.
we had great food,
Yes.
the
Yes.
service was great. You should go to
Yes.
this hall.
Great
Especially
waitress.
me. They
Yeah.
come to me and I'm which hall?
Great
You know, I went
waiter.
to that hall and the food sucked. Why?
Of course
Because you
we-
gave
yeah,
me the shitty
yeah,
meal, that's all I
yeah.
tasted.
Of course, I talk bad about halls that treat me bad. Of course, I'll mention them. Not here,
But the other thing is the best is the
I'm your
But what does it do?
advertising.
Okay, to treat the vendors bad, what does it do for the bride and groom?
But does it make
What
them
does it
feel
do?
better? Is it
Why make it my job worse or harder to do for the bride and groom? Our mutual
Now-
It makes their job
goal.
harder. They have to make a different meal.
I think
Exactly.
And
that
you know what? But here's the funny part about that whole thing is Rosemary and I met working in banquet.
Yeah.
The staff gets crap, like the vendors, and then when it's time for me to take my break to go eat, I've eaten the best.
The servers eat
of the
food
best.
that's left over.
Of course.
There's
Hall
always
say
leftovers.
shouldn't be charging for the thing, in my opinion.
Yeah,
they
vendors
should
should.
say, you know what?
Yeah,
you
maybe
guys
that's
are
what they should
vendors.
do.
We're all vendors. Don't worry about the vendors.
Whatever.
Four plates,
How
five
much was it
plates.
going to cost them?
No, the way,
really.
No, but it's like this, right? You know,
Okay,
the
maybe
whole
if they
should
brought
say,
out like a grade, like a super grade of meat. Okay,
No,
how
whatever.
much can it cost?
Hold on
me?
a sec.
And they always have extra
Let me
anyway.
fix something here. Okay, so it comes down to price. Comes down to price.
Yeah.
Because there's the extra piece of meat. So my thing is this. When customers come in, which one of you has never said, can you do better on the price? Which one hasn't replied with, of course I can. So don't you think we've paid for that meal? We have taken off $600, $700, $800, $900, $1,000 from that whatever $1,000 package. Don't you think we deserve and I've paid for the meal? So if it's a matter of money, we have paid for the meal.
But I don't think
so
it's the
forget
bride
the
and groom.
money. No.
I don't think it's the bride and groom.
Well, I'm telling
I
you
don't think
the whole
I don't think the bride and grooms even think about
No.
having a different menu for
No.
you guys.
Yeah.
That probably doesn't even cross
No,
their mind.
no, they don't know.
It's the
No.
whole
How
thing.
many
They don't
guests-
know what.
I don't
You can
blame
do
the
this.
brides and
Yeah, yeah.
grooms.
How many guests do you have? But we have 200. How many workers? I have a video, an assistant, a DJ. I have 6 more
Yeah,
people.
we're
So
gonna
you
give
have,
them shit.
you have 206 guests. That's what you have. You got to feed 206 people. And that's it. The waiters or waitresses shouldn't be told, treat them differently. Because, I mean, guys, you burn inside if you do that. Don't you think you got to think harder? They'll go, okay, which ones are the vendors? I got to make sure that I treat them like they don't deserve to be treated. We're not horses.
And who is the hall to put a class system on us?
Ah.
Who says that you're better than
Yeah.
me or I'm better than you? How
Yeah.
do you know that I'm not driving a Mercedes
How do you know
living
that?
in $1 million, home in my kids'
How do you know that?
school?
Or a Kia
How do you
Soul.
know that? Or that, but just
Nice
who are
Kia-
you?
Yeah.
to-
Kia Soul
to-
Blue.
who are you to determine
Luxury
the class
package.
system? Yeah.
Okay, so let's go
I
on to
drive a
something
Jeep
else.
Patriot, man. I'm like Ray.
And I love it,
Okay.
and I know exactly where you bought it too. I saw the picture. I'm like, I know these guys. So
What?
Yeah, I was there. Don't worry.
Okay.
So guys, so we're gonna change subject now, but it was a great subject.
Let's talk
Cool.
photos.
Yeah, anyway,
So
think
I-
about
I
it,
just
okay?
wanna-
I need to take off my
So,
shirt.
We're gonna.
If anybody has an issue, talk to me. My name is Venus. I have no issue with what I just said.
Okay,
Let's
everybody's
make-
watching. Please
Cut.
hit share. Just to remind you, we're here at Gennarino Photography and Videography. In case you tuned in late,
Gennarino.ca.
Gennarino.ca. Stop it, ADD. But the big question I get, and or sometimes I get into this, people tell me, "Oh, photographer." I'm like, "Who's your videographer?" Oh, we didn't get video. Why? What do you guys think about that? Like, why?
I think, okay,
Why?
can I say one thing?
Why?
The biggest regret I hear from my clients who don't have video
Yeah, is that-
after
is-
their wedding
I wish
is
I-
my biggest regret is I didn't get a video.
Because
No,
you
but-
get to hear how you sound and how you
No, you know
Terrible.
why they didn't record it?
Why?
You know why they didn't order it? Because everybody's a professional now.
Oh yeah,
Everybody's got their
it's true. That's true.
ready.
Yeah, my
Okay.
cousin is gonna do it.
Here's the best. Here's
Why don't you get your
Your cousin
cousin?
wants
No,
to
why don't you
dance.
get your cousin to host a
Video
dinner?
is one of the first things that they cut out.
Yeah,
when it
because
comes
they
to
think that everybody's got their little 14 megapixel Samsungs or these
I get
iPhones.
it.
Maybe,
No, I
Brian,
get
maybe
it.
they can tell us why.
I get it. No, some of the-
Why are so many people choosing not to?
This is questions are
I
like
can't-
delaying. And they're your
Italo
sister. They're
Pesto.
good.
Next time, order a pizza and have it brought. Oh shit!
Yeah, I know. That's what they should do. So now,
Have it brought to the table.
ready? Let's
No,
play.
we don't
game.
need to be. We
We're
don't
gonna-
need to be rude.
We're gonna lighten the conversation. Everybody, focus on the cameras right now. Don't worry about the little laptop here. So no accuse.
Would you stop?
Yeah, we'll just
You're
play-
being
Stop
like
it.
a drill sergeant.
Stop it.
I don't like bossy.
It's their show, not your show.
This is. Hold on a second.
Yeah,
hold on.
I'm part of it.
Ready?
I open the laptop.
I'm gonna show you Josephine in this whole video.
These people, look, they're being ignored. Look how many comments.
No,
they
hi
have.
guys. We love you.
Hi,
Wait, here, look here on Instagram.
Oh yeah,
No, we're gonna do
Man,
this.
You're not allowed to.
Forget
You're
the devices.
I'm not
Step
allowed.
in the
You
drill
know, you know what?
sergeant.
We're all talking about it. In the meantime, if we were on a live studio, there would be none of this popping up.
Yes, there would. There'd be a cue card holder. Be like, answer this question.
That's what you need is a cue card holder.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
what
I
you're
got my
lacking
cousin Rocco
on
for
wedding.
I'm
Do
trying to
you
write them down.
find do you find millennial couples being more conscious about the wedding budget?
I just lost
Oh my God, what did I do?
17 followers because
One
of that.
of your siblings.
I lost thanks 17 followers.
No,
back down
the
to
millennium couples are fantastic.
Yeah,
you know
you guys
what?
are awesome.
They're a little bit unaware of how
I'm
much
glad
it's
you're saying
gonna
that because
cost.
those are the older
Fox said,
couples.
I love video. Yeah.
Yeah, but the millennium couples know what they want. They know how to get it. They're researched. They come in and they're like, hey, I've went online. I've looked at 10 photographers. I've narrowed it down to 3, and you're one of them. You
That's
know, so
good.
that's the millennium
Oh, look at all
couple.
the love I got. I love you too.
Is they're the self-doers. They know what they come in already half sold. If they have come in, that means that they're.
You know what I like about
invested.
millennials?
That's
When-
good.
let's say you're
Yeah,
throwing.
Me too, because I know they already look.
You know what I like about
Yeah.
I don't have to go
millennials?
for all that. It's good.
Let's say you have millennials and they really want to come to your birthday party this weekend.
Yeah.
And they click. And they say click the
Yeah.
link and they buy the tickets.
Yeah.
The non-millennials, they're like, I don't care what I have to. What?
Do you have physical tickets?
Look at all this shit. What's going on
I'm not
over
comfortable putting
there?
my visa on the line.
My visa! Oh God, my sacred visa! Shut up!
What's he trying
My
to
cousin Rocco, my friends, they need tickets on the run. I have to bring them
They're
the
not
tickets.
gonna come because you're doing
I have to
that.
bring them the
I
tickets. Why do you
swear.
have to bring them the
You
tickets?
have to-
Cavolo, Giuseppe, next space, Meleka, next space, Visa, 452, and send.
Simple.
Anyways, guys.
E-transfers. I love the e-transfers.
But listen, I love all of you that are coming to the party. But here's the real question. As photographers,
But we're
What are-
photographers. Oh, as
videographers, what are you? Let's lighten the topic as we
Yeah,
do.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What are the greatest things you see at a wedding?
Greatest.
Greatest things that interfere with you? I know all the
greatest things
answers.
Give us
That-
some
that's
good,
the things
give
that
us
interfere
some
the most.
Good stories.
Ready?
some,
Okay,
like,
we're
who's
gonna
the-
do a reenactment here. Ready? Stand up, Joseph. You're gonna stand up.
Oh God. Oh
This
my God.
you're gonna stand up.
Let me suck it.
Here, this is your
Thanks.
camera. Okay, so that's the
Bit,
camera.
bit.
Ready? So your bride and groom's right there. Ready?
I
I'm
can
gonna
tell you
show
what.
you
I can
people
tell
at
you
the
what.
wedding, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Other people at the wedding.
He's right. I know what he's
Sisters,
about
ready?
to do. Yeah. Yeah. Photographer is irrelevant. I got my iPad. No, wait a minute.
That's the
Yeah,
iPad.
yeah, the camera.
Yeah,
there
the
you
best is the best is this. The
Watch.
people with the iPads with the flap.
With the flap. I didn't even think about that.
And they're like there's the bride and groom standing in the middle of the dance floor.
Yeah,
and these
sees a half
bodies,
a head.
they're like this.
In front of the photographer. It always sees up a face.
You know what? I love paparazzi.
Yeah,
I
you
think
guys
I'm
are
the
love-
only-
Madre Giovanna Secaka,
I'm
get
the
out.
only
Just
photographer.
Don't get in the way. But we don't mind that you
Listen,
shoot. Just don't get in the way.
paparazzi, it's part of everybody has phones with cameras now. Paparazzi is part of the wedding day. I love paparazzis. Paparazzis have actually saved my ass.
Yeah, but don't
on one
get in the
occasion.
way.
So from
Listen.
that day on, I always said paparazzi is allowed to come around me.
The other thing that
Around,
shouldn't
like
get in the
behind.
way-
But just don't get in my
Like
way.
if the bride and groom are here in the middle of the dance floor, they are like the rings of
yeah,
Saturn. They
yeah,
gotta go
yeah.
around.
Yeah.
I had an uncle.
They
one
gotta go
time.
around the bride and groom. Non te mentire menzi pene. So they gotta go like this and like
my
this
God, I forgot about
and like
that.
this and like this.
A lot of the people, they
Was
think
he
because
there?
they see us in there,
Yeah,
they
he
want to
was
get
there.
into there. But you get that
That's
here.
at the church.
We had,
Listen,
we did a wedding together.
Go, say.
We did a wedding together.
Who brings an iPad to a wedding, Manaya?
It's okay.
My kids bring iPads to distract them.
15-inch
What do you need the iPad there?
With the flap. That's the other problem.
God bless you guys.
No, it's all good. Just
You're creating like an eclipse with the light that you brought.
No, you
Just
know.
over the bride.
And not like my in-laws
Bellow,
are still like
bellow.
this.
I need a bellow. Somebody bellow my legs.
Yeah.
Anyways,
we did a wedding one time. I think it happened at the church, didn't it?
Yeah, we did a wedding together, and there's a beautiful arrangement at the side. It wasn't a church, like a huge church. It was like a little intimate thing, and so like this guy decides to go literally inside the flowers.
Yeah.
At the front. You were there.
Yeah. We had
What
to ask
do you
him to
do?
move.
What?
He was literally like inside the bouquet of the big flowers at the front. Remember, he went behind
Oh, yeah,
into
yeah.
the flowers, and I'm like, signor, devi spostare.
Take
We had one
pictures.
guy literally
What?
down the aisle with the bride.
No.
He walked down the aisle.
Yeah, because he was
with her.
getting to his pew.
Yeah, he walked as the bride
While
was
she
walking
walked, he
down
walked
the
beside
aisle.
her to go
He
to the
walked
seat.
beside her to go sit down.
Yeah, and
Like
beside the
people,
phone.
when the bride's coming down the aisle, don't stand in the back of the doorway if you're late. Because the typical pictures in the front,
Well, you'll be
behind.
forever in that album, that's for sure.
Yeah, well,
Right.
listen, I've come to terms that everybody's gonna have iPhones, even at the hall at the
flat.
church when they're walking down the aisle. All I ask is just stay in your pews. Don't pop out of the pew because as the bride's
Yeah,
walking down
yeah.
the aisle, there's 27 legs and
like,
heads.
then it's like this.
Yeah, that's happening
Yeah,
exactly.
I get
right?
elbows,
elbows
I
in
know,
the way and stuff. And as they get closer, your elbows get bigger.
You know
right?
what? You know, again, it happens, of course.
Which
I
is
mean, as
fine.
an uncle, I've stepped in, you know. But the thing is, if a professional turns around and says, "Excuse me," you know, don't have to turn around and give him a dirty look or get all upset that he's asking that, or you know, there's no reason to because he's there for your niece.
Yeah.
That photographer, him or her, are there for the niece or for the.
Next time we should just take like 20 pictures of the back of the uncle's head and be like, see what your uncle
I have done that, and then I brought it in, and they figured out what the end
Yeah.
was with the head. It was a curly head.
Yeah,
It's
we
fantastic.
missed one
You know what
time.
else is in the way?
Who else?
Children on the dance floor when there is a dance.
No, it's okay. The
I
children
don't
will
mind
play with
children.
it.
I don't mind
No,
the
when they got
children.
that father-daughter dance.
Listen.
I tripped on a couple of
Send your
kids. I'm not gonna
kids
lie.
I
I
tripped
tripped
on
on a
kids,
couple of
yeah.
kids.
I knocked
You
some
know
down
what?
with my lenses.
When you trip
It
on them,
happens.
though, you give a little grand coupe just
No,
to
but
kind
you
of
know what?
show the parents.
No,
get your
you know what I'm
stupid kids
What
off
I'm
of them.
afraid is because your lens hits them in the face. You
Yeah,
know,
that's
Ma,
what
who
I'm afraid
cares?
of.
The
I'm afraid
parent.
hurt them.
Oh, did Billy get hurt? Well, what do you expect? Hey, whoa.
I'm fine.
Kick my sister.
now,
That's
when
bad.
we're working,
Josephine.
people.
You remember Behemoth? Oh no, that's
Two
Josephine.
times.
Now,
That's
we're on a
insane.
dance floor with something like this. Like, look how big this thing
My
is.
God, Venus,
and
you're
it's
quite the
and it's
lens.
heavy. Now, your 6-year-old that's standing
that.
behind us while we're photographing the bride and we're backing with her, backing up, you know, to get the close up or whatever of the face.
This thing weighs more than some of the kids on
Yeah,
the dance floor.
sometimes the camera is hanging on our side, right? You know, you guys see that, and all of a sudden the
Yeah,
kid's
yeah.
there, and boom, and you hit him right in the forehead. So, parents, if that's happened, I apologize. But the kids are resilient; they take it well. They, and they walk, and the parents are like, "Don't worry, he's fine."
Nah, you know
But they're heavy lenses. I feel bad for the kids.
Parents should have one pass. The kids get interfered once. We get their back. Their jackets.
Yellow card and
We
red
hold
card.
Get the jackets. Get them out.
You get your stuff and get the spin.
No, the kids are cute. Kids are
You know what? Kids are great. I've tripped on a few of them. But
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
one
one
of the
thing I have to
worst-
say, sorry, for the kids as well,
Kids
and this
are
is for the parents. When we come out of church sometimes, this is for all the photographers. I'm sure a lot of you, and please like if you think this is right, you're about to take the picture of the brand new room with the kids, right? And all of a sudden there's 50 parents screaming at their children with threats of death if they don't smile. If you don't smile, I will kill you! And I was a kid of 4 gonna smile, and the kid is like,
Guys,
we'll get them.
we have legally, my wife and I have 3 children. In the first 4 years of my son Antonio's life, in pictures we only have 2 children because he is in none of them.
Oh,
we
well,
gave up a long time ago.
Let Alex.
We
Thank
gave
you
up
for
a long
understanding,
time
guys.
ago. If you're a kid, would
Or
you
arguments like this.
would you rather a kid like that or just get him out?
Let him be.
Who
Let the
cares?
kid be.
I have
And we
to say, when
get
I photographed him, I broke him. I got him, and we've got
kids,
beautiful
you know,
photos of his
listen,
son.
kids, you gotta let them
all
be
I gotta
because
say.
to us photographers, kids are just like our children, and so we don't mind if they're there and if they want to cry. It makes a
I
great
think it's
memory for
funny when
themselves.
they cry.
You'll use that photo in their wedding day someday. Look at him when he posed for my picture when he was a ring boy. So, but please, parents, don't do the.
Do you want a happy mommy or do you want a
Do
miserable
you want?
mommy?
Yeah. As soon as we get home, I'm going to beat you. Smile. That's not gonna work.
My mother would say,
What'd she say?
my mother says, no te voy a banish you or something like that.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
basically
yeah,
says,
totally.
like, Nonna's not going to love you anymore if you don't
Oh,
smile.
okay, but that's.
Thanks, Mom. Good advice.
You don't love
You'll keep
Nana.
it
You
up.
don't love no more.
Yeah. You're not getting anything for Christmas. Smile. The poor kids. So let him be the
And
photographer.
then my mother
make a
asked me
smile.
like
He's
3 days
probably like,
later.
I'm hungry.
So my mother will throw a line like that, and then she wonders why my son Domenico didn't talk to her for like 2 years. I don't know what I did to him.
Yeah,
Ma, you basically told him that you don't love him, you're not going to give him any toys, you're not going to give him anything,
Why a second plate of pasta?
because he didn't eat everything you put out. Anyways, guys,
Vicino,
we're
Vicino.
here at gennarino.ca. photography, videographer,
And films.
and just screaming.
It's okay. I'm there for you.
You know, we're loud, we're crazy.
Yeah,
Photo
that's okay.
and video.
We're fun.
Is
We're having
so,
fun today.
You know,
Yeah, we are.
I always tell people, yeah, you can have an amazing photographer, but you gotta be with these people all day long.
You gotta like
They
them.
have to be fun. You have
Yeah.
to like
you
them.
gotta
I
like
don't care how good their pictures are.
Advice on how to pick a photographer. Obviously, budget. Okay, that's the main thing. I get that. Keep your budget realistic. Like
course.
who you're gonna go see. If you're not comfortable with them, or if you're getting a weird feeling,
Yeah.
get out, because we're in your room. We're like asking you to kiss for us. We're asking you to show us legs. Some of you are doing boudoirs. Some of you are getting dressed in front of us. If you're not comfortable around your photographer, you are gonna look uncomfortable in your photos.
pictures, yeah.
Even your kiss will not look real. So I know if you're comfortable in front of me and I ask you two to kiss, those eyes are closed, those lips are soft, because you are comfortable in front of me. But if you're not, and I'm saying ooh,
It's
ooh,
more like-
trying to entice you, you'd be like, ew, gross, I don't like this person,
Yeah.
get him away from me.
Yeah.
I'm not showing you my leg, ew, ew. So if you're comfortable, I ask you for a leg, I get a whole
Lot of
much
Half a
more
chicken.
than a leg. Yeah.
Get the whole V train.
So, I
Anyways,
think you really need to be comfortable. And another, sorry, about your phone and video. Sorry, just
no, please. I'm just like.
We're the vendors that you're with the longest. From the time that you book to
Yeah.
a year after your
Oh,
wedding,
yeah.
you
We're
are
still
dealing
with you.
your photo and your video.
The only company you will deal with.
Now,
There we go.
I'm going to throw a little defense on the brides.
But not until a year later.
No, not a
throw
year,
a
not
little
year.
defense.
Not 7
Yeah.
months.
I'm
Maybe
gonna-
8 months.
I'm
8
going
months. 8
to
months.
throw a little defense on the brides and grooms.
Please,
Because
please, yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of brides and grooms that feel that they're going to get their pictures and videos next week
Yeah, someone asked that.
after their photography.
Oh, no,
So
guys.
That's how
now, do
long
you
it
set
goes.
an expectation?
Yes,
And is
yes.
the expectation realistic?
Of course.
And
Yes.
I know you try
A
your
week
best.
is impossible because we haven't even gotten to the
haven't
office
even dumped
yet.
them.
Yeah, you need time because we get all the
Just to upload them takes
you
a
have to
while.
upload the photos and the videos, and it takes time, and if you're doing 2-3 in one day, one weekend, then it's going to take the whole week to take care just of those to upload into something. So you're not going to, and the other thing is, in a busy season, there's other people that are getting married around your date. So no one wants to delay you, but the expectation for...
Okay, it kind of varies depending when you get married. So the beginning of the season, bottleneck hasn't happened yet. So you're going to get your proofs or your pictures within 6 weeks. We're fresh, we're new, we're ready to go, we're doing it.
2 months.
You know, 2
2
months.
months or less, yeah.
You know, by the time we do an album, we're done, sealed, delivered, album, everything 6 months after your wedding, you're done. If you're getting married
Considering
at the
that all the
beginning of
orders come
season,
in.
If you're sending everything on time. As you get into your September, October, the editing bottleneck happens because now you
Sure.
have tons of
It's a little
weddings under your
tight.
belt.
It's a little
You're,
tight.
you're really now you're doing the engagement shoots, you're doing the weddings, you're doing the albums, you're doing the baptisms, whatever it is that you're doing, and the bottleneck starts happening. So they tend to wait about 2 months to 2.5 to 3 months for a set of pictures.
You know what? That is extremely fair.
I think-
considering that I remember back in the day, some people had to fill like you had to wait months.
Yeah.
For proofs,
Like
no,
6
it
months.
shouldn't be like that for
Just for-
proofs.
Not now.
No,
But
they had them all
I'm talking
printed.
back in the day.
Our
Like
proofs were all printed.
I've heard horror stories of we haven't gotten our video yet. It's like a year and a half. Like what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
But now I'm sure that due to the demands of brides and grooms, there has been speed up. You have
We go quicker.
And we have
There's-
editors. We have 2 editors that work for us. We have
Exactly.
an
You have
Editing
it-
editor.
takes long, people. Long.
Editing a
Not
job.
like let me just click a button like on Instagram. Oh, I like this feature. No.
Yeah. Well, a video takes almost a week to edit.
Well, yeah.
40
If you
hours.
think about between the search for music and finding effects and looking at the footage that you have and picking the right footage to edit, blah 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 blah. It takes an average about 1 hour per minute of finished edited footage. Think of it like a 40-minute video would probably take 40 hours of actually editing. Now, some of you out there are going to contrary me right now and say, I can do 3 in a week. Thank you.
Go ahead.
I cannot.
Can you do that?
I'd rather do 1 in 1
And
week,
that's
so
what
my
I'm
customer,
learning,
my
really
customer
learning.
can get a full, clean product that doesn't have to be refixed and re-edited and whatever. So it takes a while. Go
I
ahead.
got a question for you. You have editors.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now, but the editors didn't envision what you were doing when you were out on the road. You've taken videos, you've taken pictures. Is there do you guide them
Yes.
when you sit
Yes.
down and say, okay, look,
My-
this is
yeah.
the kind of images because obviously there's a lot of raw. So you
My
can't-
editor
Yeah.
is my second half. I'm
My-
50% without my editor.
My-
I'm only half of. Sorry, Venus. my editor Justine is 50% of my photos. I could only take 50% of that picture. That editor makes it 50% better, and that's my 100%.
And that's on the photo side.
Yes,
that's
and the video.
A photo is an improvement of the quality of the picture that you've already taken, which is great.
Right.
But on the video side, you know. Okay, you guys know I make videos, right?
Yeah.
So I make my videos, I film my videos,
Yeah.
I already envision what I'm editing, and then I edit it, and then I get it down, and I make life decisions,
right, so-
and I gotta shave a few minutes off.
Yeah.
You, on the other hand, you've gone out and recorded.
Yes,
this,
me
and now
or someone else for me.
Exactly,
Yeah,
because,
so-
you know, hopefully, if you're a busy weekend, you can have 2 videographers out there.
So,
maybe 3,
what I
hope
do-
100. But you, like...
There's a system. So
Okay.
basically, when I send work out to editors that work for the company on an off basis, I actually ask the editors to send me segments before the client even sees them.
For him to approve.
So my editor will send a segment to me via internet, and I will check that segment, and I make my notes and send it back to him. Let's say the groom's house and the bride's house part, the first 10 minutes of the finished product. So I check and make my comments, which would be, don't use that effect or add this or whatever, what I want, as the chef. I have to put the final touch, and then I send it back to them. Then they do the changes I was asking for, and when all the
It's okay, keep going. I'm just going to react.
when all the segments have been checked by me, then they get sent back to the editor, and the editor finalizes the video for the customer to look at. So that's what I mean. So okay, you good?
Yeah.
No, we're good. Remember that.
It only lasts an hour, Instagram.
Okay, we're back on. Let's go back on.
Wow, we've been at this for an
We had
hour.
477 viewers at one point.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right.
That's awesome.
No, it's a great episode.
Let's read it. I know her. Is there ever a downtime for weddings these days?
Yeah.
People get married all year round.
Yeah.
Is
All
it-
year
No,
round.
Yeah,
don't
all
tell.
year round. There's
Yeah,
a little
it's
bit
the
of
same.
downtime now, February, March.
A little bit in the winter is a little
We got
slow.
there in
Tiny
January,
bit.
and it was like taboo back then.
We started the season off really strong, and
good.
and then we have a couple of weekends off here and there. In total, we have about, I would say, 8 weekends off a year.
I don't know, something like that. Whatever. It's just because there's not only just weddings, right? So there's other things that
Everything,
would
yeah.
cover
Our
it.
And that's and so.
functions,
So here's
right?
another thing. This is your business. This is your life.
All
This is
I
not
do.
a part-time thing.
All I do.
So God willing, you want to be busy all year round,
Right.
but you also need a break.
You sometimes need a break from the season, yes.
So do you schedule your
Yes.
vacation time
Yes.
based on the days that you think you
Yes.
got booked?
Yes.
Or do you just say, you know what, I don't give a
No.
shit what's going on.
No.
April
No.
1st,
No.
I'm
No.
going out.
No.
No,
We
It
look at the
is-
year ahead and
Yeah, I
we
did
book
that
our
once,
vacation.
and then all of a sudden that
Yeah,
month
now
was
we-
the busiest month of the world.
That's
you
like
know?
when we went to Italy this summer,
Yeah.
and there was a particular date. It was August 13th.
Yeah,
And we booked, and everybody, August 13th, and we you know what, we had to come a few days back. Like, we scheduled to come back because this day was important, we had to come back. And I am sure you
Yeah,
get through
so
that
we
all the time.
we basically see how the season books up, and then around this time of the year, we go in and look, okay, I have a weekend off here.
Yeah.
I got a weekend off there. Okay, you know what? I book off this week, book off that week. Don't book any weddings for us. And then 9 out of 10 times somebody will call, and of course, as soon
just
as you
say
booked
yes.
your hotel,
Yeah, of
as soon
course.
as you booked your flight,
Yeah,
you
it's
know what
too
I mean?
late.
Boom,
Yeah.
I'm here. I want you and you only. It's like, but we have great clients. They
Yeah.
trust our staff. They trust our crews.
Well, the point
So
is,
we're-
there's not just the two of us. There's the
there's
team
a
working
team of
here,
us.
right?
We're
That-
only a quarter of the company.
And that's a great thing you just mentioned. Everybody wants you to.
Yeah, of course.
And half your time, I'm sure you spend a lot of time selling the great stuff that you have.
I have awesome
Of course.
And
awesome
and
crews.
so, but here's the thing. Not for nothing, but you two are Mr. and Mrs. Excitement. So I don't know how exciting your other people are, and so then when you're selling the features or whatever you're getting, there could be, oh, I really love them, and then sometimes you might send 2 bumps on a log that show
Yeah,
up, right?
no,
That's
yeah.
very possible.
Yeah.
So. Those are things that you have to. I guess you're going over with your
Yeah,
setting
with staff
expectations
meetings,
right
Yes.
away.
stuff.
Not only that, but I mean the expectations with your bride and groom. Listen, one setting.
Nobody's
I
us.
like the handpicked who shoots as well.
Yeah,
the thing is,
nobody's
I'm not
us.
going to just hire a stranger because they say they're photographers.
No.
You need to prove yourself to me at least for a season.
Yeah, we don't
You
have
got to show me
freelancers.
that you know how to handle a wedding. Not just to go click on a doorknob, so to
Yeah,
speak.
yeah, yeah.
You know
And
what,
you handle
though?
the people, right? Yeah.
We have a couple of key employees that have been with us for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
We call those our crew leaders. So if there is a freelance photographer that happens to go out
Because there's
it's
no
a
way
busy
around.
weekend or there's no way around or whatever the situation is, we have crew leaders that can run a show better than being a
Yeah, they're bosses as
Yeah.
well. They can handle the
Justine,
show. Yeah.
My hands, when she's out doing a wedding for me, my eyes are closed. I don't even worry. I know everything's getting done. When Cora's out, my eyes are closed. Samir's out, my eyes are closed.
Okay.
You know, like those are the guys that like we're fine, we're good, right? So
That's good. And
I'm really lucky that we have that, right?
and you know
And
what?
in the end, you look at the product after you look at
The product
edit
is
it,
our
whatever,
business.
right?
We sell it and we complete it. I mean, what happens in between is the body of the job.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna have to have it. It's not like I edit every job. It's not like she edits every job she shoots. We work with people that work well with us, and we
train them.
We train them. We check things. You know, we
So
don't
why-
just mistakes happen. We fix them. There's no problem there. And things can be.
Hey, mistakes are going to happen.
Of course,
The
things
professional
happen.
shows its true colors of how they handle that mistake.
Yeah, and doesn't
But
walk away
mistakes
by not
will
answering your
happen.
emails. Yeah.
But I will be a professional and handle and own up.
There's an
and
issue,
fix
we
it.
tell you ourselves.
Right?
Trust us.
So, yeah, the mistakes are going to happen. I've been in business for 23 years. Mistakes are going to happen.
You know what? It's nice to hear that
Those are
you have
human
like
beings.
these crew leaders, or what are they called?
Crew leaders,
Crew leaders.
yeah.
Crew leaders, because you know there's other aspiring photographers that you know they need to be under a team of guidance, and you know right now you have, let's say you have 3. Who's to say that 2 years from now you have 4 or 5?
Well, we're hoping to grow.
Right. So anybody that's an underling, they don't think that they're just working for the 2 tyrant bosses, and you got to do exactly what. Now there's
Absolutely.
other leaders,
Right.
And they can see their okay, look, there's somebody else there, or hey, you know what? Maybe I can become that as well.
Yes, of course.
And your business has expanded.
Of course.
Listen, one day I would love, when I'm older, I can't go shoot weddings. Let's be realistic. At 6 years old, let's be realistic. I'd love to have our company, we would love to have our company grow so much that we're just running the show.
Well, we're dealing with our
Yeah,
customers.
we're dealing, we're running, we're producing, we're doing that, and we're going to have an amazing set of teams that are kind of going to do it for us.
I
right?
handpicked them.
Yeah. Hey, listen, if I could get Cora, you think we're crazy and mean and not mean, we're not mean, run a tight ship on a wedding date? I can get you Cora on a day of a wedding. If you ever work with her, man, she'd run this tight ship. So,
You worked with Cora.
Yeah,
before,
have you
I
worked
think.
with Cora?
I think you have as well.
Yeah, so, you know, Cora, if
Maybe
you're out
one
there, you
time
know
we
what
did.
I'm talking about, man. She has her little notes and she's making sure it's on time. So
Yeah.
you would think that, oh, we're the bosses that are the,
That's not the point. Yeah, no, it's just, yeah.
I got better, you know.
Our job is to make sure that you as the customers are pleased.
Yeah. And
That's it.
I think some of my photographers are even better than us. Right?
That's great. That's
It
great.
is 10:47,
Guys,
guys.
is
who
it?
cares? We keep going.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
gonna fall
care.
asleep.
Let's-
Okay, what do we have
I
here?
wake
What are
up
some
at
of the
6.
questions?
But just a little. We're gonna every now and then we'd like to remind everybody where we are because some people are just tuning in now. We're at gennarino.ca, photography and videography
And
and
films.
films.
Videography. And films.
Oh, I keep saying it.
No, and
Oh, you've been correcting me. I thought it was 1 and 2 and 3.
Right.
You're like,
That's
and
the
films. I'm like, what kind of
photography and
stupid
films.
name is that? So, photography and films.
Yes.
Hey, Giuseppe, good job on doing your homework on who you're interviewing. Yeah.
Can we adjust some questions and then we'll tune off? Is that okay? Maybe
Yeah.
go in and read
So
some
someone
of the questions.
asked,
Somebody on the Instagram, because Facebook, because Instagram. By the way, Instagram, you guys have been watching loyally this whole time.
Thank you very
and we
much.
haven't been able to read anything.
we do see that you're all liking, all the hearts are coming up.
You're
Very
obviously
cool.
you're on my Instagram right now. You can send me a direct message.
Send
if
me
you
a
have
heart.
any questions
heart.
for them, send
There
it
it
to
is.
me, and I will gladly
hearts.
forward it to them.
that's
If you
big
have a
hearts
que- I
and
have no
likes.
problem with that. So. We've taken the time to go live both on Facebook and
Thank you.
Instagram. We're learning all this technology. Once we're going to find a way to unite it all together,
another heart.
where it's all on one camera and all the things you think with Facebook and Instagram. What are you doing?
I'm eating all the hearts.
But over here, you just look like a wacko. So, and this is the one that's being recorded. That's going to disappear.
Another thing that I'm thinking is also if you guys are going to mention that you saw us on this, is it a broadcast? Live broadcast?
Yeah, it's a
Right?
Facebook Live.
And you decide you want to check
episode.
us out or you want to email them and say, hey, let us know that this is where you saw us. And we'll definitely maybe do a little, you know.
There's a little bit of an eye here and
maybe
there.
you'll get the Booster Box discount.
That's what I'm trying to say. You know, just say
saying.
that you saw us
Just
here,
saying.
okay?
I'll go like this.
Or just ask me about a photographer. I'll send you your.
Or you could still charge them full price and just send a couple cookies our way.
Well, there you go.
All right, that's a great idea.
Ooh, I like
just
that.
kidding, guys.
Look, there's a like.
What's this? What is this? Definitely worth mentioning. Not only the wedding pictures, beautiful, but so that the pics that you take of the event. Loved the Christmas scene you did last year. So sorry I missed it. See more. Aw, Rita.
Oh, that's another thing.
That's so sweet.
It's
Ooh.
That's a screen. Give me another heart. Ready? Another heart. Ready? Go. Another heart.
No, their hearts don't come from there. So, or maybe they do. Maybe
So
they do.
you want to answer some questions?
So, but hold on. I just want to say that because we were talking about when the bottleneck happens.
Yeah.
It coincidentally starts when Christmas season starts. So I'm sure the joy that you go through.
There's a heart.
try to
Oh,
satisfy
this
both.
year,
Yeah.
we really took on.
Sure, with that backup setting that somebody has set up.
Well, I have it.
And
Really.
The hearts.
this guy's going like.
Okay, Venus is very ADD. He hasn't taken
I would hate
his
to be your teacher.
Ritalin today.
Oh, yeah,
But he'll, we'll get him on Ritalin soon.
Yeah, all the hearts.
Okay, somebody asked about
give me some questions.
getting the license. Does every place need a
No. A permit.
A permit, thank you. A
No.
permit, and how much of a pain in the butt is it, and how
No.
far in advance to get
Yeah,
it?
depends.
As soon
yeah.
as you know you want to book somewhere,
Book it.
If it's some range at $50, some range at $500.
Whatever.
I personally, I can work without permit because I find when there's a permit and you paid a lot of money and you only have an hour, you're stressed,
Then
you
you're
want to
screwed.
get there, you're nervous about making sure we use everything. Let's work without a permit. Let's talk about
so
a place.
basically, let's break the law. And,
Let's go there and
no,
let's-
but
let's
really
pick
just.
it up.
No, don't go
A lot
to
of
places
people.
and invade.
Okay, you know what?
anybody's
Hey, no, but I gotta tell you
privacy.
something. So, you took some spectacular pictures of my family. Was it the summer?
Oh,
The summer
the
before?
train.
Summer at the
And we
train
just
station.
happen to go.
I was telling
Finally,
the
she
story.
gets off the couch. Stretch. Just right here.
Go to Australia.
And I will on
Australia?
I
What the hell is that?
I
Going
will
next week.
on March the 12th for my continuation.
Oh my God, you're
Oh, did you know that in Australia the toilets flush the other way?
Yeah, can you check for
I
me?
will tell you.
No,
Can
they
you?
do. Because it's on the other side
Yeah,
of
but
the
it doesn't
Okay,
matter
so will it be
because
the right
in
way?
Australia you
Yes.
stand up. There's no gravity, so you're actually upside down. So
No,
it
wait
looks
a minute,
straight.
but you
No,
can
there
wear
is
your hair.
gravity.
Your hair stay up?
It's just that the other way around. If you're
I'll
spinning
be able
this
to
way
tell
on the
everybody on my world
So
tour
look.
that starts in March.
If you're on the top, you're spinning this way, right? If you're
March
upside
the
down,
12th.
you're spinning the other way.
On March 12th. That's thanks for showing everyone the freshness of the crack of their ass.
That I
Thank
show.
you. March the
Sorry, I
12th.
didn't
I'm
mean
flying
that.
out. That's okay. No big deal. These pants, these 16-year-old jeans I'm wearing.
I was wondering why you were wearing bell bottoms.
Yeah, no, they're not bell bottoms.
Backstreet
They're
Boys.
Okay,
spandex.
somebody's asking.
Tell me,
How long should a wedding video?
Wait, can you make a finish?
I'm
I'm
sorry.
I don't understand.
I thought you guys were
This is
done.
my entire
Fatelo
life.
finire.
Entire
Fatelo parlare.
I talk and then she's like, you know what? How's the like
Because I don't care what you're saying.
So, basically, just to let everybody know, you know where we are. gennarino.ca, photography and films.
Yeah.
Film
Sette volte ci hanno voluto. Sette
and
volte.
films. And films. No, you should have said no.
No.
And
And
film.
videography.
Yeah. No, and videography.
And whatever you have attached to that hand just scarred my arm.
Oh, I'm
Thanks
so sorry.
much.
It's actually my Stella and Dot ring.
Whatever that means.
Whatever that. Exactly. Like,
Okay.
all the girls like, oh my god,
Yeah, my God, it's from the frou thing.
So, you'll be there on the weekend with us.
Yeah, please come visit me. Tell me that you saw us on this broadcast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. So at the party, which is happening this weekend, we're at close to 70% sold out.
That's amazing.
We plan to sell it 100%. It's all sick kids. All the proceeds go to sick kids. I'm pretty sure that we're giving pretty much all of it because we've incurred absolutely no expense yet for this event because all the great services have been offered.
Amazing.
For instance, gennarino.ca photography and films. They'll be photographing the event. So we're going to have the step and repeat board
Awesome.
from partywalls.ca and .ca, right?
That's it.
.ca. And photoing back and forth, whatever.
Talk about that one.
Come by, come grab a picture, and then ask where maybe you can get a copy of that picture.
Awesome.
Very possible.
Yeah.
Go from there. That is happening this weekend. Get your tickets, GiuseppeTheMC.com. You guys know that. Guys, honestly, when people ask me, are there tickets at the door? I literally want to reach through the phone and zbalasha them because the party's in 2 days. What decision do you got to make at this point that you don't know if you're
Actually,
coming to this
yeah,
party?
you should be deciding
Like,
what you're wearing,
exactly.
not whether you're buying a ticket or not.
My cousin Rocco decided to tune in now when he knows we have wedding Wednesdays. And
Rocco,
it's 11
Mamma
o'clock.
mia,
He
father.
doesn't wanna
Okay,
get
Rocco,
married.
you've missed everything. Don't worry
Rocco,
about it.
it's not just
Wow.
about
Let's
weddings.
ask some questions, Joe. Giuseppe.
Giuseppe,
Okay,
ninja.
his name's not Joe, and it's not
Giuseppe.
gennarino photo and videography.
Giuseppe. So
Okay?
I don't know why I keep calling you Joe today. I never
okay.
call you Joe.
Oh, that's okay.
We're apologizing.
Choose.
He won't answer.
Sorry, next time I'll come on alone. She won't even be here.
Giuseppe, the MC, who
why?
just came back from his Canadian leg of the world tour.
That's amazing.
That happened to be sold out at every location. I'm just saying.
saying.
Like, now, some locations, the capacity was 7 people. So
still sold
it
out.
was sold out.
Nonetheless.
Nonetheless.
Listen, we
I
did
mean,
the Brado show, and this guy helped us carry some stuff downstairs, and it took us like
Who
an
gets
hour and
Pepe
a
the
half.
MC?
An hour and a half by the time we got to the car, because everybody, oh, just
Yeah, yeah.
selfie, sure.
Oh my gosh, share.
Everybody was
you
stopping
tag
for
us.
Giuseppe with
I love
Giuseppe.
you.
I'm the only one who doesn't get that excited to see him. I swear. I'm the only one.
Oh my god. So by the time we got to the car, I was like, I'm so
I
sick
should have
of
left an
Giuseppe
hour
the
ago, you
MC.
know? And he's like, I'll help you, don't worry.
How about we got-
Wait, I'll help
Oh,
you.
that same Brado show. My wife and I showed up at like 3 o'clock on the Sunday, and
Yeah.
there's a lineup, and they wanted to charge us. So I'm like, okay, I gotta figure this out. So I go into like the booth where all the vendors go get their tags, and I'm like, oh, they're like, what? Guys, Janine and I gotta go help them. They gotta
Right,
bring
you did
stuff
have
down
to
the
come and help.
stairs, and they're like, okay, you go ahead.
He did come and help, but it took an hour.
Yeah.
should've
He
given
came.
it-
He
yeah.
was coming to help.
He was there to help. I made him an espresso, and an hour
And
and a
he
half
drank
later
it.
we got out of there.
And that's because I don't drink coffee, and I had to run to the bathroom. So, Vic, you had some questions.
Questions.
We have some questions.
Go.
Question.
A question I had was, how long should a video be?
40 to
About 35 to 45 minutes, let's just say.
Unless my dad's speech is in there, then 3
No.
hours.
Well, that's
no.
the other part of it. Do you put the speeches in, or do you have a separate thing where
I put the speeches at the
you
very
have
end.
titles? Like,
Yes.
do you have what do you call it?
You have a speech reel.
selections.
Yeah.
No, well, if you burn
Chapters.
DVDs, then you get menus, right? If it's just
Yeah.
files, it's files. But I mean, in terms of the speech, usually it's best at the end because it's nicer to watch. I mean, if you have to watch a speech during the 35, 40-minute video, it's not going to happen. It's going to be an hour and a half. Nonetheless, everybody slows it down or fast forwards it or whatever.
Unless the
skips
speeches
things.
are really good.
Speeches can be always put at the end. The video should just be a documentary of the way we like to shoot is like a documentary of your wedding day.
So
With
do you
nothing-
put like a song over the whole
Song,
thing,
music,
and then once
yeah.
in a while you put some wording in? or
Clients,
whatever?
yeah, clients give us some of the music. We use what they give us, and we work with that. We work with
So
them.
how do you do the how's the like what's a cool thing to do for the ceremony now? Like you don't obviously show the whole ceremony, do you? Or you go in and out?
Not all the
Throw
ceremony.
Now
some
you do
vows here
songs.
and
Yeah,
there.
though you shoot more than 30 minutes of footage in there because you have your prayers and the moments that are important, and not the coming in, the leaving, the signing, all the other stuff. What we do is we keep it simple. I mean, in a movie that you're going to shoot a full day, 3-4 hours of footage, you want to give the client about 35, 40 minutes. And you're going to have to cut some stuff out, and they get the raw footage anyway. But the
So if you want to watch your
you-
sister give the half-an-hour speech,
yeah, that's fine.
Fair.
So you walk in, you get given away, you get married, you sign, and you walk out. That should be the 5 most important parts in a ceremony to remember as a quick thing when you watch your quick movie. You know, the highlights of the day.
without
so to
fast
speak.
forwarding it.
Yeah, without
What-
fast
what
forwarding.
problem-
In the
What
90s, you have
problems
to
do you
fast
get?
forward
Yeah.
the whole church. And
Yeah,
then
you fast
all
forward the readers all the
speech.
time. And,
So we're trying to
and,
avoid that.
yeah, the
No
thing
one
with
wants to watch it anyway, except
Yeah.
the people that are there.
Well, the thing with that is that, yeah, it's a little hard. It's a little more work on our part to do because we have to really cut a lot, section a lot. It's not like, okay, the whole church, what do we got, 15 minutes? Cut it, put it into the timeline. I don't like to edit like that. It's got to be built properly. It's got to look properly. Take out the stuff that doesn't apply. Yeah, go ahead.
What
Go
problem?
ahead.
What problems do you guys have with like? Do you run into with like priests and not letting you shoot and like
That happens
don't let you
sometimes.
go?
Every church is different.
Yeah.
Some are strict, some are not.
Some are very
I'm not there to
kind
make
and
the
easy.
rules. I'm just there to follow them.
Yes,
So
we're gonna follow whatever there
the
is.
priest allows us to do.
Yeah.
We do. Whatever we
Priest
can
or
shoot, we
preacher or whatever or
Minister,
pastor,
whatever.
you name it. You know,
So,
yeah.
Do you guys have
Rabbi.
a drone?
We have drones. We have drone crews that we can
Yeah.
rent for
Yes.
you. So we don't do drones. We actually have a crew we rent a crew.
That's right, because they're...
You can provide a drone.
Yes, of course,
Well,
yeah.
it's a company that does it for us. They're liable.
Yeah.
If that thing falls on something,
They got
I
insurance.
don't want that lawsuit on my back. I don't. So that's the
And
truth.
that drone footage is probably out of all that video is probably gonna be 15 seconds.
Not even, yeah, at the most, that's it.
You know, like
Right, so we
Yeah,
have a
that's
crew
the
that's
part.
licensed,
Yeah,
that's
you gotta set a
have
standard.
insurance. Like, make sure when you are booking stuff like drones, make sure they're insured. Again, because if that falls on a Dia Maria as you guys are walking out of the church,
She becomes
that's
your
a
Mario.
huge
not everybody's got this
lawsuit.
cushion to kind of
Yeah, right?
absorb.
So-
like,
Or that cushion.
That's or this cushion here, which is
that's
seriously
nice.
a cushion.
There's
Like,
a break-
Well, a big head
This
like
can
mine.
bring-
that's
there's a drone in there. She's actually, he's controlling her in here. Shut up and say what I said. So, anyways,
anyways, not yet.
like Ratatouille there, or Ratatouille, the mouse. in
Oh
there.
yeah, remember
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille?
Oh, no.
Another question. Go for it.
You know, I had two in my head right now, and I just totally forgot.
You had to toot.
No, I had
what?
two.
I have a question
Questions
for you.
are
So, when
okay,
somebody
where?
supplies you, I'm sure people, because they're all professionals on their
Oh
phones.
my God, we just had this.
So they like to say, you know what? My cousin really got great footage.
Oh my God, we just
of
had this.
Us like wiping our tears from our eyes or something. Can you throw this in the video? This is going to happen, like you said. You love the paparazzi. Is there any recommendation? I already know the answer, but on how to, if you're going to use a video, how this. film
Okay,
should be
well,
or whatever they
benefit of the doubt, I guess, that you owe somebody is, let me take a look at this thing.
Sure.
Because it could be good.
It could be a good angle that actually will, a good angle that will probably make it look good. I mean, it's always worth to be polite and to say, okay, all right, let me see it.
Yeah, that's
You're not
right.
going to ask me to look at 4 hours of footage, though.
Yeah.
You paid me to do my own 4 hours. You understand?
Okay, yeah, of course.
Right. So yeah, sometimes that's a possibility, but generally speaking, it's not going to apply. And I'll tell you why. A lot of the times, people shoot video vertically.
Yeah.
Not the way this is right now. This is horizontal.
Horizontal.
Vertically, it's not right, because if you put this vertical footage with the footage you got from the videographer, then you're gonna get two big black sides. That's right.
This is the video you're supplying everyone. Yeah, can you put this in my video, please? This is really good. I love it.
Yeah, basically that's
This
what
is
I'm saying.
exactly what's.
I'm a
Because
snorter.
it's vertical.
I'm so sorry about my snorting.
So at least give us footage that's horizontal. But technically speaking, you gotta understand, if you hired the company to do it, let them do it.
Yeah.
We don't need another uncle or somebody else to do it. I mean, we can't be rude, but again, it's like,
Maybe you could just throw it in the back of those. Hey, look at the shots that are the. Yeah, I
Man,
just.
We can
Great.
take it we've done it where we've taken it. It's something very important, like the father seeing the daughter. And we happened not to be there. It was in the morning. It happened before we.
That
got
we
there.
were in there?
And
Okay,
it
let
was
me look
very
at it,
important.
yeah.
The dad was sick, so you take it. He actually has taken it and made something really artsy
Yes,
with it
I've
to try
cleaned
to
it up
fit
nice.
it in.
Yeah, you'll
so
find a
it
way.
doesn't compromise the
Find a
video.
way,
But
find a way.
we've had people like, I have this on my iPhone. This picture of me dancing, and you put it up against
I
the professional
bring up a
photos.
point, dear?
You're gonna see how crappy that photo really looks.
I wanted
right?
to touch very quickly, if I may.
Yeah, we're like
Who?
doing 2 hours.
Sorry,
Oh my God. Okay.
cares?
Just
Oh my
quickly,
God. Okay, we're
I
done,
wanted
we're
to
done.
say something
We're not. I have nowhere to go.
about looking
The
and then
first half an hour
showing
we're
us a
giving
photo.
information.
Unlike most of you, I don't have a job, so.
Pinterest?
No, don't.
Wait.
No, it's my enemy. I hate pictures.
No, wait. Let me.
I hate Pinterest.
Okay,
I
so.
love Pinterest.
Wait. Can I say something here? So,
Right, can I have
people.
this exactly?
All right,
No.
people.
Babe, no one can see you. So
Yeah, people.
I don't know what you're talking
So,
about.
when you hire somebody, right?
Okay, can we have two opinions on this? Can I give my opinion on
Yes.
this as
Or
well?
maybe
Yes, of
Yours?
course.
Okay, give your opinion.
I'm not here, so.
No, do yours.
No, do yours.
When you do, when you hire somebody, so you hire one of us, a coordinator, a photographer, anybody, you hire them because what you've done is you've gone through the portfolio, or you've gone through people that you knew that used them, and you liked what you heard. And that's what I do when I take referrals, and we go to that company. And so you come to us because you say, oh, you've done my cousin's, my friend, and whatever, and I looked at all their albums and their videos, and we love them. We want to come to you. Okay, book. Thank you. And then, the time to do the engagement shoot comes up or something, and sometimes I get this. Can you do this? And they show me a picture of somebody else that they got on Pinterest. My first answer to that is, why don't we create Pinterest that other people can imitate with our images? Why don't we get creative and you make me do what you hire me for, to produce an image that's original to you, and then maybe other people will imitate that, and that's fine. But when you hire somebody, you cannot tell that somebody, I love you, but you got to do it like this other person. I'm sure that there's mixed.
You can never
mixed,
replicate.
Yeah, because there's a couple of factors there.
You don't look like that.
You don't look like that person. I'm not that photographer.
You're like Quasimodo.
It has nothing to do with even with the look, but everybody's different. You pose different than that person. I shoot different than that photographer. The location is different. The lighting is different. The lens is different. The purpose is different. Everything is different. It's not going to match. So I have experienced that, and in the end, the client wasn't happy because they asked me to imitate something I couldn't.
Okay, where
So
I
leave
come
it.
in.
Wait. Finish that. Now, best way to approach that, you do your homework, look at your photos, look at your Pinterest, look at whatever, and then discuss it from your point stand to the professional. Like in my case, I would love to hear it. Oh, I've seen this and I love this. But when you give it to me, I hear it from your brain. And then there's creativity now because you're actually twisting it a little bit to make it to your liking. And your photographer can actually match that. But they can never match another photographer.
What I think is when they come with Pinterest pictures, it helps me get into their brains a little bit. And I always say we'll never imitate it, but we'll definitely get inspired by it. It's never going to look the same, but we can inspire.
Maybe what it does is it
But
gives
some
you,
people
it gives you
just
the idea of what
they expect it the same.
Yeah, but don't you feel that you're going to be put in a position where that whole time you think, oh, man, the bride really wants this, and
No,
you're going to
because
come
I
up
tell
with
them I
something
can't
else.
give
this,
them
and it's not going to work.
No, I tell them I can never do this. We get inspired.
Yeah, but
it helps me.
Sometimes,
a lot of times, it helps me see what is their vision, and I can help produce that for them. So if I see that they're very into this airy and blown out look and this and that, then I know, okay, you know what? Let me do a little bit of that for them. That's what they like. I know how to do it. Let me give it that. Some people are more, they like that.
No, see, that's different though. The airy look, but some people get that. And let me look at an image, and I want it exactly like this. I've had people say to me, I want him to be doing this with his hands to me because that's what I saw.
It's like
And the photographer's not going to like that because that's not the approach they want to take, right? So I get it. Now, if you look at him, I think that if you pick at the brain and you actually talk a little bit, it's a lot better to communicate the images.
The magic happens when the photographer, the client come together and produce.
Together.
That's the magic.
Without arguments.
When the wedding planner puts their nose right in the middle.
Right of it. Always.
Boom, and there she is.
Always. Okay,
Anyways, guys,
sorry.
we are
an hour and a half.
Oh my God!
Sorry, guys.
Listen, but we went on an hour and a half because actually,
I gotta stand up.
you can lean it a little closer. So, anyways,
She's got boobs.
wow, my back's killing me. So, guys, anyways,
Massage.
the reason why we went on for about an hour and a half. Say that slower. The reason
An hour and a half.
The reason why we've gone on so long is
Good
because, to be honest, you guys were very exciting to talk to.
Thank you.
And we had a lot of fun today. And there was some serious talk. There was some funny talk. There was informative. And it was really good. And I encourage the both of you to do this on your own. Don't pick Wedding Wednesdays. Pick another. Pick Nobody's Watching Saturdays.
How
Pick that day.
How about photo and film Fridays?
Yeah, photo and film Fridays on the days that you're not
Photo
shooting.
Fridays.
Right,
I love
and because even though this is our forum on a Wednesdays, a lot of people have questions, and for those of you who've hung out till the end,
Thank you.
thanks so much. If you have any questions, you can either direct it to my wife or to myself, or you have what's your Facebook?
So we're at Facebook, Gennarino Photo and Films on Facebook, and then same with Instagram, Gennarino Photo and Films, and then www.gennarino.ca is
That's with
our
two N's.
GENNARINO.ca. We have websites. We have a studio at Western and Highway 7
Email?
in Woodbridge.
Info?
Email is info@gennarino.ca. Phone number is 905-856-2858. 856 Retro Woodbridge peeps.
Oh, yeah.
So once
It's been
again,
a while.
Gennarino.ca. And everybody that's been watching on our Instagram right there, we didn't ignore you. We just
We love
couldn't
you.
see you. We wanted to get us all in here. And if you turn it this way, the words are going that way. So thanks so much for
Touching
tuning
the
in.
hearts.
Send
some more.
Do you have
Hearts.
you guys have like an Instagram or no? Or
Yeah,
Need a
Gennarino
heart.
Photo and
He said
Films.
it,
Everything
he
is
said
Gennarino
So
Photo
go
and
to
Films.
follow Gennarino Photo and Films
go.
right now as you jump offline, and then direct message them any questions, And don't be afraid to ask them questions, even though you might not
We're
be
here.
using them in the future, because you never know. A question is
Oh,
always a
look
great
at all the
question.
hearts.
And it's right there. But thank you so much. Bye for now. Babe,
Bye,
do you have
guys.
any final
We
words?
love you.
You're just gonna think
Hey,
you're
we
nuts
wanna
and they
say
won't hire you. Relax.
Thank you for having us on your wedding
Thank you very
Wednesdays.
much
We're
to
very
Giuseppe, the
honored.
MC.
Well, you know what? It was
As
great.
vendors.
It was really great, especially since the people expected to have here couldn't make it.
And besides, another thing, no matter what you've heard tonight, it's all in good faith, it's all in good fun.
I love you.
We're just talking openly like they always do in this program
It's
every
just our
Wednesday.
opinion. You don't
It's
gotta
just
take
an
it.
opinion. Don't take it seriously. We're just talking. This is what we feel. It's personal. So I apologize if anybody feels negative about what I might have said before. But we love you guys, and we thank our customers
A
for
lot of
saying.
people
What
don't know.
you guys
Don't
are
know.
doing, you're giving free information to
Beautiful.
the world out there that
Okay.
they did not know this an hour and a half ago. So
Send
congratulations.
some hearts, okay.
No, Venus, stop eating imaginary hearts.
Having said that,
Guys,
Venus,
cut.
why don't you head over to that camera?
Yeah.
There,
We're
right
just
after
gonna
this.
head
I
in.
swear he doesn't take drugs, guys. Don't worry.
No, he's so not. He needs his Ritalin.
Okay, we're tuning out. Hold on, I do the tune out.
Oh, shit.
Guys, thanks for now. Ciao. Love you. See you Saturday. Get your tickets to GiuseppeTheMC.com. Come visit them. Let me know.
share,
And hopefully
share.
you'll be able to make it afterwards.
Bye.
Ciao for now. Love you all. Ciao,
Love
ciao,
you
ciao.
guys.
Ciao.
My dude.